Hey, welcome everybody to my Sunday Simul stream here on Twitch and lichess. International Master William Paschall, guys. We're streaming a 40-40 Simul for 25 players. So a no team game today. It's a holiday here, so I'm pretty fresh. I figured we'll do 25 players, and it's basically it can be even over 3-hour games. So I'm going to open the entries here in a second, taking like all of our subscribers, some regulars, and some guests. Haven't seen our moderator around today. I didn't hear from him. Hope he remembers that I'm starting at 6, not at 6:30. I think that we'll just keep it at 6 from now on. I'm not, I made that announcement like last week, but I'm not sure everybody realizes, which could be a problem. There he is now. Okay, Soltiga, what's up? I'm not sure everyone, is really necessarily sure that we're doing the Simul always at 6, because I used to do it always at 6:30 Central European summertime here now. But, we'll get used to it. There's no late registrations, so you have to kind of be here when we start. That's it. Hopefully in the future they can enable some sort of late reg, but for the time being, that's it, guys. Welcome to our subscribers: Nefidov, Two Shark, Soltigo. Who else is here? Some regulars: Derndach. We've got to get it moving here. So I'm going to open the registration now. It looks like the stream is okay. I've got video on mine. Nothing weird. The title's working. No bugs. Look, man, no bugs. Anyway, Yellow Dragoon is a strong player. He's not in form for today. Okay, man. I mean, it happens. Anyway, guys, we're going to start. I want to get started. We got 3 hours, basically. It's 40 plus 40 plus 40 plus 40 plus 40. I mean, it could be 200 minutes. So that's kind of the maximum, I figure. 200 minutes, which is actually 3 hours and 20 minutes. I was adding it up in my mind, but mostly around 3 hours, usually the longest games. So 40, 40, 40 with random color. Create Simul. We got a Hort. We got Vlastimil Hort quote. I believe that chess possesses a magic that is also a help in advanced age. That's good to know. Phew. I was like, man, I need something to look forward to. Lord Jesus Christ, Ananas. Those guys that are subscribers, I'm going to single out and accept them first. Two Sharks said you're not playing today. If anyone doesn't have 3 hours to commit to the Simul, I would strongly recommend you don't join the Simul. Okay? I know there's some players who play super fast, but I would prefer you take your time, not try to rush because you don't have 3 hours to play. I'm going to be here for 3 hours. That's for sure. Good luck, everyone. So, subscribers. Okay, Euron is basically a subscriber. He's a former moderator. Only stupid names left. Sorry I didn't get to your game analysis. You came a little late on Friday. Soltigo, Clash Kid. Little lag. Do we have some lag? Nefidov. Going to the store to get some beer. Hello, guys. I can join Simul from Russia with bad internet. If I can't finish, I'm sorry. Wow, Clash Kid, what's up from Russia, man? What are you doing out there? We've got how many games? Well, yeah, I don't really want to accept anyone without at least like 100 rated games on their accounts. I don't like accepting like new accounts. The people troll me and stuff, or they have multiple accounts. So I would prefer that you have an established account with 100 games. That's basically what I'm looking for. Let me check our stream here. All right. Maybe a little. We got a little bit of drop frames, which is very, very rare. Very, very rare. I haven't had any drop frames in a long time with the stream here. I just lost the video for a minute. You guys may have experienced the same, but let's keep an eye on it as I take the registrations here. Serbian Santa Claus. He's revealed himself. I know, but he told me before. But he now revealed to everyone his real name. Okay, guys, do we have any other subscribers? If you are a subscriber and I don't realize, that's possible. Sometimes there's some new people that subscribe and I didn't even realize it. Please can I play today? Tamalur. Contra Chess, what's up, man? Are you playing here or just watching? Let me know if you want to play and what your name is. If you already told me. So, Tamalur, are you Tamali? Because I didn't pick you for 3 weeks. Make me feel sorry for you. I've got a big heart. Alright. Chip and Charge. I'm just checking out the new names here. So I got only 7 players so far. Free Helios. You're Arno, okay. You're in Katerinburg. A Serbian Santa, that Ivan. I think it's Ivan. Banovic. So what do we got for subscribers here? I'm just going to start taking some of the other regulars. Bombast. I want to get some lower rated people too, not these crushing guys like Bombast and Derndash. That's enough like killers for now. Let's try to get some lower rated guys. Some of the players who are regularly watching the stream, Lord Jesus Christ, he's pretty solid. He's not a killer, but he's solid. He or she. A lot of new names here. I just want to caution everyone that I'm going to get started in like 5 minutes as I pick the players to play. But please do not enter the Simul unless you can play for 3 hours, basically. Arno is challenging me to 40-40, dude. What is that? Free Helios, you can't do that. You just have to challenge me in the Simul page, as far as I know, unless there's some new secret way of getting in the Simul that I didn't know about. Please challenge me in the Simul page. Go to play simultaneous exhibitions. You'll find it there under simultaneous exhibitions. Bombast is strong. Yeah, I mean, and Derndash is really strong. They're like 2100 FIDE, those guys at least. But I've got a lot of new players. I'm going to just start picking some. I mean, I got a lot of new names that I've never seen before. Brainslayer. Brainslayer's got a few games. All right. I'll throw them in there. They're kind of alphabetical. I mean, maybe I'll pick one from the front, one from the middle, and one from the end or something to kind of make it fair. Rainbow 6 Vegas. All right, he's got enough games. I just hope you guys, someone from near the end. Kaiser Soza has 249 games. All right, let's let him in. Now, we got any other subscribers? Well, I don't see any. We don't have too many subscribers today. Arno has figured it out. All right, he's in. So now we got 14. Thanks for putting the Simul link in there, Nikolai Pavlov. You know, Paschall means Easter. Some people used to joke, calling me the Easter Bunny. Contra Chess, Potsol Faizat. There you are. All right. You've got a Hungarian name. 15 in there. I've got room for 10 more players. If I don't see subscribers, I'm going to take regulars. There's I Take Back. He's always late. And I'll take like people from one from the front, one from the middle, and one from the back. We're not going to favor one side of the bus here. Dima. Doge, I think we played before. Dima doesn't have a lot of games. Doge we played before. We'll let him in. Silver. Let's try someone from the middle here. Pretty strong players I'm picking. I need to pick some lower rated guys to kind of balance it out. It's 20. Silver's not got a lot of games. Yeah, Bullet. I'm not crazy about just Bullet because you can do that like in one day, but we'll let him play. I've got 18 players, 7 more places. Who's begging here? Some of them are in different time controls, right? No, I mean, that's all I can do. I can't ask you to play like just one time control. Just a general rule of thumb. I don't like playing the new accounts. All right, Chess Blitz. Here's a guy who's like 1500, so not that high rated. I mean, I have a lot of strong players already, so I don't want to play everybody over 2000. And it gets really top heavy and really, really tough for me. Hoko Baz. All right, I'll throw those guys in there. We got 20 now. Anyone else who's a subscriber to my Twitch stream? I'm not talking about my YouTube channel. A subscriber to my Twitch stream, let me know, because I don't want to fill it up too many. I don't want to play 26. I want to play just 25 today. 25 is the maximum. Ellie Gora from England. All right, let's try him or her. All right, we got 21. Imagine Dragons. Kuliev is kibitzing a lot there. He's not in the list. I guess I already accepted him or something. All right, who am I missing from the subscribers? Who's missing? Well, I know that one of them didn't want to play. No qualms. I have no qualms if you have 100 games, but you don't. All right. Rick has 100 games. We'll take him. It's 22. We got 3 places left. Last call for anybody who's a subscriber. I'm going to start the Simul in like 2 minutes. My nick is Phileas. I want to play. Well, we got like a whole bunch of people here. Have I ever played you before? Yeah, alright. We'll let you in. It's the last one, the last beggar I'm going to take. Now, someone who's shy and didn't say anything. Mariesta. Did I already take that? That's weird. I thought I already took that. So one more place left. Last call for a subscriber. Nikolai Pavlov. Nikolai Pavlov, where are you? I don't see Nikolai Pavlov. You won't be playing today. You're too tough anyway, man. I'm gonna have to cut off this. I'm gonna have to cut off the the Simul at like 2,200 FIDE or something. Turned out you're already in the Simul, man. You were in the Simul. What did you do? Drop out and mess me up? You're already in there. Are you just trolling people? You're not missing. You're in there. How do you not see yourself? Alright guys, I can only play 25. Bone Collector. Last call for subscribers. Nikolai Pavlov, I was gonna put him in there, but he's not telling me his name. So anyway, there's tons of people who'd like to play. I know. I can't let everybody play. Kramnik Student is definitely too strong. Nikolai Pavlov, where'd you go? Alright, buddies. Nikolai Pavlov. How many games do you have? Alright, guys. He's got solid games. So that's 25. Let's go. I'm going to start the Simul here. 25 players. Hopefully no one drops out. Usually with some random guys in there, we lose a game or two due to just people dropping out and being a pain in the butt. But this is basically a 40-40 Simul with extra time for me of another 40 minutes. So if you add it all up, and with the increment, I think that we can play about 3 hours and 20 minutes max, but usually not more than around 3 hours, 3 hours 15 minutes. So far in the past, that's what I've seen. Nefidov, what am I gonna do with you? Try to mix it up, play different stuff. I'm sorry to the guys who didn't get in. I can't play everybody. I can only handle 25 at this time control. I sometimes did 30, but it's really a little stressful. I don't like stress, so I'm gonna play just 25. So anyway, good luck to everyone. If you didn't get chosen to play, I try to be kind of random about who I chose. Soltigo, thanks for being here to moderate. Good to see you, Rune, one of our old moderators. He's not old, he's just a former moderator. I can't add anyone else to the Simul, guys. That's it for today. I'm trying to mix up different openings. Clash Kid is in from Yekaterinburg. I don't know if he said why he was in Yekaterinburg. It's a long way from Austria. All right, Kaiser. So is it something chess related or something else? Okay, Kaiser Soza. So I'm playing different stuff with white. Some G3, E4, D4, C4. Dolge. Dolge sounds like the beginning of a Russian name. That usually scares me. I don't want too many strong players. Alright, Brain Slayer. It's a nice name. I like that. Tamale, I've got a couple C5s, a Caro-Kann, and E5 so far. A Knight F6. Let's do a G6. Silver 1, 2, 3, 4. Every Sunday I'm playing now at 6 o'clock Central European summertime. Where's my beer? Okay, here it is. I'm not trying to pull like a Simon Williams, but I do enjoy a beer while I do the Simul. All right, Phileas, let's throw in something weird for a little bit of fun. Arnaud. Who do I know that's named Arnaud? Arnaud Payen. All right. Arnold Schwarzenegger. A little bit of everything here in the opening. Everyone's playing e4. Whoa. Let's mix it up a little, guys. You got all e4 all the time. That's kind of, there it is. Thank you, Rainbow Six Vegas. It's getting kind of monotonous. Egeshegadre. Oh, Nikolai Pavlov knows Russian too. Nikolai Pavlov, as in, wait, like, the psychologist was Pavlov, Nikolai? Okay, there's probably like 10 famous Nikolai Pavlovs in Russian history. Actually, you're Bulgarian, right? All right. D4. Pavlov's dogs. What do we got here? Another D4. Mariesta. Caro Khan. Caro Kant. Try to play something sharp against the Caro Khan. Nice to see this D4 opening though, something different. He's a Bulgarian who speaks Hungarian. That's quite cool. When I saw someone say Egeshegadre, I thought it was our one player who's here in Budapest with me, naturally, and I looked down, it was you. Well, Juju Yogi is, and I can't pronounce it, Derndach something original. Thank you for subscribing here with Twitch Prime, guys. I really appreciate the subscriptions. Nefyadov. Alright, I'm going to go Caro Khan. Somehow I subconsciously lumped the Caro Khan and the Petrov in the same category. Yeah. Eirik Gullikson from Norway. Alright. E4, knight f6, e5. Oh, my favorite, Jeroen. Played the Dutch against my knight f3, taking his life in his hands. Alright, c4, c5. We got a couple of those now. I played like e3 to confuse someone. Remember. Clash Kid playing the Scandinavian, same as last time. Okay, Clash Kid. The Piert's defense, which I don't normally play a lot. Bombast is pretty strong. He's 2200 there. I don't take anybody over 24 in the Simul. Try to cut off the limit at 23.99 basically for registrations here. What's up, Dima MF? Okay, Derndach is really, you know, he's really into playing what he plays. He doesn't mix it up. The same variation from last time. Dolge plays c5. Okay, let's just move it along here. I'm burning a lot of time in the opening. If you guys want to contact me, I've got a message there, but I'm not going to read my messages while I'm playing the Simul. So if you want to contact me during the Simul, you're going to have to do it in the stream or, well, yeah, basically in the stream. Brain Slayer. Bad Beat Slayer. Bishop f4. Alright, Bishop f4. I think I prefer g6 against Bishop f4. We've said this already. Not a new concept. Have any questions? Yes. You can contact me. Thank you, Mubat. You can contact me at my email. Nikolai Pavlov. But his name is Ivan Pavlov. Know your dogs. Really? The threat is stronger than the execution. A lot of people play knight f3, knight c3. There must be like 800 famous Nikolai Pavlovs in history, huh? Probably like, it's like Bob Smith. Okay, e4, e5, knight f3. We're going to throw in a knight c6. We have another game where we played the Petrov defense. Mainline Queen's Gambit here. A different Queen's Gambit against Ananas, who's really tough. We've got our Benko. I really feel like I need a new line against the Benko. Been playing the same two lines all my life, and it gets a little monotonous after a while. Sol T Go. Trying to keep Sol T Go in my known territory because he likes to get weird with me. Bombus now. Man, I wish I had played the Accelerated Dragon now, kind of. That's like easier to play. Airmail. C-mail. You can send me a message by C-mail. I had a friend who tried to do that. They lost, like, he sent books by C-mail. They lost like all of his books or half of his books. I don't remember. It's funny that someone else recently played H6. I was like criticizing. I think it was on Friday when we had our analysis subscriber stream. It's the second most popular move in this position. Hey, maybe that's the Burmakin variation, actually. No, Burmakin does it in the main line. Burmakin plays like d4, no, e4, c6, d4, d5, knight c3, d takes e, knight takes e4, h6, or something like that. Vlad, my blackjack buddy. Okay, h6 here, though. We'll just play like normal 9. Okay, against Clash Shit, I'm going to play rook b1, the Elvest. Elvest has left the building variation. I probably played this before. He'll probably remember that, but Dolge, I'm not going to play the Zaitsev variation. It's just too risky with no time. I misplayed that a lot on the stream for some reason. So lots of Slavs. That's normal. I must start playing against only myself. Yeah, Jeroen, okay, this is my tournament game. Bombus played bishop e5. This is a very rare move. Kurt Richter and our own Hungarian Bela, international master Bela. Alright, so we're here in our favorite variation. Now, I thought I was playing like Kramnik. Sort of turns your stomach when people play Queen e2 against the Petrov, but what can you do? Bela Bachi. Very strong poker player. Okay, knight f3. Against Tamale, I guess we can play c5. We can do other things too. Turn it into a Sicilian. We'll just keep trying to turn things into Sicilians that are not Sicilians. Now, Lord Jesus Christ, with the strange d5 there. Right, so this position... If Bombus was a weaker player, I don't know, I would probably play b takes c automatically here. Being a strong player, I feel safer doing this. Now the exchange. Speaking of safe variations, bishop g4. The knight f6 is all the rage there, but we'll avoid that for now. Hokobaz. This is a weird Hokobaz. This is a weird line. And now what? c5 immediately from Mariesta. That looks dubious. It appears dubious to play c5 here. I did that once in the bishop f4 variation, Nigel Short's system, but in bishop g5 I should have enough pressure on the center that this is a mistake. I have to take on c5. Nefedov said, you're playing like Boris Spassky. Karpov criticized Spassky for playing queen e2. You know, the engine claims a very small advantage for white, like plus 0.1, maybe even 0.2. But I think it's normally like a drawing weapon, of course. Yeah, I never really saw any game like by Spassky. I mean, I never really studied serious games in the Petrov with queen e2. You just kind of take it for granted. Bishop c4 now. It's two knights defense. Yeah, the other move that was played in the candidates tournament was knight c3, which is actually a really rare line. Okay, white. Now Phileas playing a3 against me quite early there. That doesn't look great, but we'll have to go with the flow. The Traxler. I don't know any theory. It would be good to know something if I'm going to play the Traxler variation. So, against Ananas now. We can't play the Catalan against Ananas. Try to get something in the mainline Queen's Gambit. Like a reversed hedgehog. If I don't go for knight c3, but I really should. Okay. Mainline declined Benko. This is standard Tarash now. The semi-Slav. What am I thinking? Play like Beliavsky. The pawn triangle. It seems to me I played bishop g5 here, but now in passing I'm like, what do I do on that move? Alright, semi-Tarash. But it's not exactly a semi-Tarash. He's played g6 here. Nikolai Pavlov is kind of trying to do something tricky. I guess it's not that tricky though. It's really kind of just like a main line. All right, whatever. So c6. And we got our patented variation against Derndatch. But now white plays knight c3, so I have knight takes e4. This equalizes for black. Speaking of which, now the accelerated dragon, and that's hopefully we'll get something interesting there. That's something that could get kind of weird. Okay, Nefedov. Now we play bishop e6. Or something crazy like that. I mean, I recall playing this before in Blitz games only. Oh, that's awesome. So Henry was promoting my channel on his channel. That's cool. No, he seems like a good kid. He drew Nigel short. That's pretty impressive, and from a position of strength. All right, e3. So the London system it is. Not enough d4s here today, guys, kids. Okay, now this d5, yep. I'm gonna play e3 and play this like a Rapport system. From Bombist Queen e2. It's like some sort of homemade opening. I don't know what I'm supposed to do here. I mean, it looks like kind of good for white. I guess that answers my question about... Here I almost made a mistake playing bishop g7. Okay, so now I'm winning a pawn against Mariesta. I mean, it could be played as some sort of pawn sacrifice, I guess. That's what we're looking at. We got some lag, maybe. That explains why the... drop frames 4.2%. The first time I've seen that in months. Maybe it's Easter lag or something. I don't know. Just a little bit of drop frames though. A little bit probably doesn't affect it too much. We get more, then it's a serious problem. Okay, Nikolai Pavlov. This could transpose to a game I had last year in the Hungarian Team Championship. If I play this, then wait a minute. Let's not like get ahead of ourselves. If I play c6, now he has knight e4, which is potentially very nasty. I have to be careful here. I could play d5, but then there's knight b5 tricks. So I have to trade queens, and it's one of these things. Like, you kind of lose a tempo there. Alright. So Ananas, I don't know. I need to get something against this opening going on, or I'm going to have to start playing the Catalan full time like you. Silver 124, like, this is very similar to a game. It wasn't actually a game I analyzed, it was a game I played on one stream here. But h6 is like a pretty big loss of time, I would think, for white. I mean, for black. Okay, e6. Soltigo taking his time. Hey, we didn't do anything for April Fool's Day. It's the first time I remember Easter and April Fool's being on the same day. I mean, I'm sure that it might have happened once before, but I mean, how often does that actually happen? I kind of forget it's like 2 holidays in one. Being praised for mistakes. So I like to trick people sometimes by using reverse psychology. Maybe that's what you're talking about. Lord Jesus Christ, this is going to transpose to a kind of standard IQP position, I think. Eirik. Alright, Eirik, I'm going to play Classical King's Indian against my best judgment. I try not to play I usually try not to play it in like situations where I don't have a lot of time. Early knight on bd7 from Dolge. I guess there's nothing wrong with that move. And then we've got our classic Alyakin's defense. Alyakin. We had this discussion with Nefidov about how to pronounce Alyakin, but I need some training. Okay, now a very specialized looking move from Derndash. He played Queen e2. This is like concretely some sort of preparation geared toward maybe pushing e5 in the right moment. d6, e5, and then what? Queen d7. That seems kind of strange to do d6, e5, queen d7, to be honest. I could play knight f6. Knight f6, e5, knight d5, and then he goes like knight e4. And it's very complicated. Normally I wouldn't play knight f6, but in this particular position it's kind of like, it almost seems like the right idea. If I play d6, he plays e5. And then if I try to like hold the line with, let's say, knight h6, better not to play queen d7, maybe knight h6. It could get really, really scary really fast. We could play b4, but that's kind of weakening my position. Although, we'll tie him down to b2. I've played this so many times, though, that Derndash can basically prepare. Alright, I don't know. So, castles. What appears to be kind of a standard position. I don't know that I want to develop his pieces for him, though. Nikolai. Yeah, and so this, I don't know this too well. I mean, I know that this is supposed to be the move, according to Senor Engine. Okay, knight e4, and then I played here once against Martin Senf, bishop g3, but it didn't really do anything. It didn't have any effect, basically. Let's just play standard line. So Eligora doesn't care. Alligator. Now f5. Eligora is 1300. f5. Let's just say f5, the knight moves somewhere, and then e4 for argument's sake. It's basically a reversed classical. It's almost like a reversed classical something or other. Did I blunder? Probably. Oh no. Alright, I probably blundered against Eligora. Queen e5 check, this is definitely a new move. Well, that's sort of surprising. Alright. Standard position there by transposition. And only stupid names left. Yeah, that's the solid move. In blitz games, I've actually played h4 in this position, but I don't think that's really correct. I hope I didn't blunder against Eligora. Played f5. Yeah, it looks like I did something crazy there. Maybe I just confused it with another position. Okay, now Nefedov is threatening knight b5, which is unpleasant. This is all known. Slightly better for white. Here I'm running out of ideas, basically. Bishop d3. Rook c1, queen c2. Everything's been tried. I don't know. So Jeroen played d6. There's two approaches here, e5 and pawn takes f5, and I don't really know which one is better. But already Jeroen is doing better than my young opponent in the Hungarian team or Budapest team championship this year. Got a really bad game. I think that Jeroen and I might have had one other game in that, to be honest, once before. So maybe he's prepared, well prepared. Bombist making up his own openings here, it looks like. Bishop takes b5. Queen takes b5. That looks kind of wrong. There's always like knight d6 or knight d5 type of things. How about rook c8 though? Just he's gonna play rook castles queen side and be on my d6 pawn. Feels like I have no choice but to develop before things get really bad there. Man, this is just the standard. So Soltigo playing the Nimzo Indian, and then this King's Indian attack type of thing here by white and Phileas. Alright. Presumably he's going to play g3 and fianchetto the bishop on the king side, which looks pretty standard. a3 feels like a slight waste of time. Other than that, it's a pretty normal position. What can one say? g6 maybe? Probably not the most standard move here. Weird Tarash. And take back takes on d5. Okay, yeah, it's hard to get anything here with white, admittedly. The most solid defense. Now, knight c6 from Hokabaz. Now, I remember getting something like this once before. So now, what do we do? Develop our bishop outside the pawn chain. He's threatening e5. I mean, I just can't see any other way to play this, really. Standard stuff. Puts no pokol faizat. I need to develop my pizzas. So knight c6. I guess knight c6 here. Now what's this? Okay, Caro Khan with taking on c4. Now you've got all kinds of weird possibilities, like knight c3, just developing, knight a3, going for the c4 pawn. 93, pawn takes, knight takes, bishop takes. Knight takes f5, pawn takes f5, pawn takes there. It's a pretty crazy position. Not really sure which way I should do this. There's also knight c3. There's even d5. I just don't know, knight c3 as well. It's like, pick a move, any move. I don't know the Caro-Kann theory there too well, to be honest. Okay, knight e4 naturally. c5 is en prise. If queen c7, he has knight d6 check. But it does appear that we'll have problems here with the c5 pawn in some variations. Rook c8 looks almost forced. He has knight f6 check, doesn't work. He has c4, basically threatening knight f6 check stuff. But I can allow knight f6 check, put my king there. This may all be like home prep. Queen b6 will lose a pawn. I mean, I think I have to do this, in other words. All right. Rook d1, bearing down on my d6 pawn. Oh boy, that looks like fun. It's getting pretty nasty around here. Threatening e5. It almost seems like I have to play queen c7, then I have to watch out for knight d5. But I've got a bishop on e7, so that's probably okay. Yeah, this Aligora 1300 just allowed this. I just allowed this. Thought this was good for me for some reason. Well, no, let's not panic yet. Okay, pawn takes e4, queen h5 check, g6. Knight takes g6, h takes g6. I think I have a choice. What is that? Knight back to f3. From Tamale, a very, very strange move. I'm just going to develop my pizzas. Oh, now d4. So c takes d4, knight takes d4. The Austrian attack, what is happening here? Down a tempo. He played f3 and f4. I was like, wait, how can it be an Austrian attack? Now I understand. All right. Alrighty, Bob. And then we've got a reverse Caruana attack. Standard, actually. Standard stuff. Okay, lots of different moves we could play here, potentially. Against Brain Slayer. Clash Kid played bishop g4 now. Okay, admittedly b4 is a strange move for me, but otherwise everything is in order. I don't particularly want to play d4, having played b4. Usually maybe d3. Odd situation. Maybe I'm going to have to play d4 anyway, though. Okay, so Paschall, noticing... Yeah, I'm stuttering my brains out here. Okay, a3, knight b4 is taken care of, but it's kind of a slow move by white. One would assume that we can get something going. Bishop f6, bishop e3, d5. I don't know. I'm just making it up as I go along. Okay, standard London system now. I guess. Only stupid names left. Yeah, the safe variation against this Belyavsky attack. Bishop g5. Soltico, you made a note there, but it's starting at 6. You're used to 6:30. All right. What are we gonna do here? Play sharply, or just play normal chess? Okay, this game is taking a long time to kind of get unraveled. We've got some games still in the early stages of the opening here. Derndatch basically trying to refute my opening. Maybe he just did. I mean, I don't know. I have to play knight b6, it looks like. Which is pretty weird, but I don't see another option. Maybe there's one other option to go to b4. Maybe that's not so stupid. Maybe for a3. I don't really like it either. Maybe for a3 seems kind of problematic. Because on bishop takes e4, he takes with the pawn, and then the d file gets really ugly. In case this looks kind of weird. e5 happened. What is this opening? Man. All right. So now against Efudov, I have time to play d5, but is my king going to get clear of the center in time if I do that? Like d5 rook e1, and I'm going for a walk. Doesn't look like I have time. I have to play bishop e7 first. Because we don't really want to go for a walk. Not today, my friends. Castles. Then I guess rook c1. We can just take on c5 though. Okay, now El Igor played bishop c4. I was definitely afraid of queen h5 check, but I didn't really have time to calculate what the heck was actually going on. But if we look at the position, materials even, it's not really clear who's ahead in development. I mean, my bishops are actually pretty well developed from the original squares. My pawns are moved up. I have queen d4 here. Then queen h5 check looks really devastating. Then g6, then he takes, but why? Is it really devastating? g6. Okay, bishop d6 maybe. But this queen h5 check just got like stronger, I think. Knight d5 looks too slow. I got kind of caught out here. Not knowing this. Koi TV, oh no, a 10,000 donation. You did it again, man. Where did he come from? The 10,000 donation. Oh my god. You're gonna do this every week? Oh no. I didn't see it. Rough week, but all is well now. Thank you, man. I'm sorry you can't play in the Simul. Or maybe you could, but you didn't know about it. Thank you so much, man. Koi TV is like our #1 sponsor. He sent a $50 donation as well via PayPal, man. Thank you so much. I'm sorry you can't play, dude. Oh man, let me make a move here. Last week I blundered my queen against Koi TV after he made a very, very generous donation, and I felt really bad about it. But bishop c4 here, I'm kind of distracted right now trying to think of the right move. All right. I'm not sure. I'm scared. Now a3. What do you do after that if they play a3? Now b4 is not a threat anymore. Uh-oh. I don't know. Bottom line is I don't know. Okay. Thank you so much, man. Well, I hope I can help you anyway, man. As far as, you know, learning the game, just if you have any questions anytime, you are a godsend. Knight f6 check from Derndash. I'm kind of happy to see that because I thought he had better there. And then Lord Jesus Christ with the what? Man, how can you afford to move that knight again in this position? I'm actually tempted to play the crazy move bishop g5 here. Bishop g5. I don't think that's right. We'll just take a tempo, basically. Take a tempo and call me in the morning. Thank you, Koi TV, man. Romy, you are awesome. Bishop takes e5. Now I'm getting into the time pressure zone. Bombas could have very serious threats here. He also traded off his center, though, at the same time. Okay, we won a pawn. Mariesta is basically playing this as like a sacrifice, a sacrificial variation. Let's get developed. I don't want to mess around there. This is all theory against Dolge. I've got to get myself moving. What's up? You got the flu. So that's why it was a rough week. I'm so sorry to hear that. Okay, d5. We've got to get moving here. Yeah, I don't know a lot about this variation from White's perspective. I haven't played it in years. C takes d5, I think, is standard. It's kind of like a Rogozin variation of the Queen's Gambit. Here I was planning on d5. I don't know if this is the right idea. Maybe I have a better move. I don't know. Tamale, it's just a weird pseudo-accelerated dragon. This is some sort of pawn sacrifice. Bishop takes, bishop takes. It's probably just dropping a pawn for Hokabas. Let's see, take back, playing a kind of unusual line there. So he destroyed our right to castle, but we kind of, like, you know, avoided immediate disaster here against Derndash. I don't know how to get myself coordinated, though, after this. I mean, the damage has kind of been done, you know. There's also my c5 pawn, which is very, very problematic. And f5 is kind of a threat at all times. So I'm not happy with the situation here. Okay, as usual, Derndash has massive pressure on me. But again, guys, thank you for the thank you for the support. Thank you, Koi TV, for being a massive, massive help. I had a really bad week too. I mean, I'm not just, you know, trying to copycat, but I did have a bad week. So this is awesome, man. Okay, bishop f5. This is taking too long. We're not far enough ahead in that game. Now g6. So it looks like queen h5 check. Eligora made a mistake. Eligora made a small mistake, it appears. Alligator. Alright, this is all like a transposition to... What is this? The famous... it's the famous game like Kiraz versus Botvinnik, I think, where Kiraz smashed him. Not essential to play bishop g5, but it's probably the main line. Okay, now I can win a pawn here, but at what price? What price pawn? How's the price? How's the market for pawns here? We snap the pawn. We can just snap the pawn with knight takes, though. You know, I'm thinking about bishop takes f6, but that helps him develop. But if I snap with the knight instead, it looks slightly better. How much better, though? I don't know. Knight d7. He's still kind of outstripping me in development, he or she. So, all right. How's our stream looking? 4.4 drop frames. That's not too bad. You know what? I'm not going to be materialistic. I'm not going to give you the initiative there. Here I have knight g4. It doesn't do anything against Tamale Brainslayer. Okay, I don't know what's happening. I'm trying to keep up with it, playing natural moves. Silver now. Okay. So what is the trick here? I have knight takes g7 check in some lines. And a weird King's Indian attack in this one. Nefedov is following all the recommended ideas. In the Queen e2, Petrov, he's an expert. I guess he could play knight f8 here with black and just try to grovel, fully grovel with knight f8. But I've played this before. It's usually castles, bishop f1, bishop d8, or something like that. Goodness gracious. I guess you could even play king d8. Yeah, this is equal. Ananas's playing like Kram. Everyone's playing like Kramnik. Okay, knight c4. My friend Zoltan Varga would be happy. He's our resident Alyekin's defense expert. Alright, so Bombas castle, now I castle. The only way to fly. King side here. Bishop a6 is a move I've used. Rainbow. But I wouldn't do that against a lower rated player. Well, actually I did though. Okay, so here the question is, I take with f7, and you take, and I take, and you take, but your knight is trapped in the corner, so I end up picking up more material than you do. It's also possible BC. Giri had a game like, or Kramnik or Giri, one of those guys had a very similar game. Maybe BC. I think it was a Giri game. I normally take with the bishop, but let's be a little more combative against Nikolai. Now, knight b4, extremely unusual move. I don't know, Michael Schleifer might have played this against me once. It's not really normal. Okay. What is up, guys? We got a 10,000 donation from 10,000 bits from Koi TV. What am I doing with my queen here? I don't know if queen e2 is all that it's cracked up to be, but it's a very standard move. Now, Dolch played bishop b7. That is not really a standard move in this line. But I suppose it's not that bad. I mean, he's basically saying I'm going to have to break with e6. He's going to break with e6. He's going to break with e6. Well, that's a telegraph, you know, that's giving away a lot of information about Black's plans here. If he doesn't break with e6, then he's wasting a lot of time. But in any case, I probably should play a4 anyways. Now I have quite a few pawns on dark squares in the strange Elvest variation. Elvest has left the building. Let's just go for it, man. Knight takes d5 now, winning a pawn. Again, losing time. I refuse to win material in that other Tarash, but this time, I mean, it just seems like we gotta do this. Okay, now we're winning this. I'm getting materialistic on every board. Knight takes e5. We're h3. This is a good prophylactic move from Tamale. Well, and then we have nothing better than to play b6, bishop b7, I guess. Lord Jesus Christ. Knight d5 was like a slow move, but we got to do something. Okay, I refused to take the pawn earlier here. You know, I may regret that later on. This is basically a c3 Sicilian bishop g4 variation with colors reversed, with a big juicy tempo. You know, you could probably take on f6, take on d5, and be slightly better. But he's taking on b2 at the end of the line, and my rook is hanging. So then what do? You know, Mariesta, he or she, could be a she, Mariesta. All right, bishop takes f6. Yeah, this is basically Rogozin territory now. And Derndatch with bishop d2, threatening bishop a5. putting the proverbial question to my bishop on b7. So I wanted to play queen c6 anyways. Should I take first and then play queen c6? Maybe. But I'm not really a big fan of releasing the tension prematurely in positions. Okay, so we try to keep him imprisoned with b4 now. Ananas, this opening is almost impossible for white to get an advantage against. If you guys want something solid to play with black against d4, you could do worse than the Lasker variation of the Queen's Gambit, man. It's like impossible for white to get an edge. That's why Kramnik chose it like when he was playing against the computer. There was a computer match 15 years ago. Fritz or something, I don't remember what it was, but Kramnik chooses that. You know, what else, what would be better against the computer, basically? Nefedov with a very slow move, h3. And I think that might let me out of the bag. Once I can play d5, I think that black is okay. If you play bishop f1 first, I might have to play bishop d8, which is quite awkward. But maybe I'm missing something there. So Bombas now, training his pieces on my king side. I feel like I'm playing the French. I'm like George Meyer playing the French. Speaking of George Meyer, the tournament is going on there. Possible exchange sacrifices. How do we defend our king side here? Eligora. Trap the knight in the corner. Okay, Kaiser Soze. Did I have this position recently? Koi TV, thanks again, man. Have I ever played? Well, I haven't played Go. I don't know about you guys. Queen e2 is better than f5. That was when you came out worse in a previous game. So I figured. I mean, I figured you're basically prepared here in this Grand Prix attack. Nefedov. Nefedov is changing the game. He's playing the Wesley So approach, where you play like quietly at first and then you like overextend yourself. Wesley So playing the Queen e2, it didn't seem to make sense, you know, like he starts out with d3 but then he couldn't stand it anymore, so he started to get like really aggro against Caruana. That's how he lost, like being too aggro basically. You got to play an opening that suits your style, you know. It seems like So didn't know what to do on the white side of this. But I mean, is d4 a good move? Maybe it's not a bad move. What about bishop b4 though? I'm somehow like drawn to that. It's not exactly a developing move though. If bishop b4, I guess he plays bishop d3. Then like, what am I doing? I could play knight b6, but I'm not making sense. Stop making sense. Rook e8 is the other one. Rook e8 is much more standard looking, but I'm going to run into problems here again. If I do standard moves like Rook e8, it's bishop d3, and then I'm pinned. We're just going to try to like vacuum pieces off the board there. Can I get my knight to like f8 and e6 in time? Rook e8, bishop d3, knight f8, bishop takes f6. That's the problem. Therein lies the rub. So it's not so easy. Bishop b4 is tempting. But how do I develop the rest of my pieces without problem, without incident? You know, that's the thing here. It's not so simple. I can play with like Rook e8, bishop d3, but then what? King f8 or knight e8 or something? King f8? I don't know. This is kind of freaking me out. Okay, silver, we're going to take with the f rook, or should we take the other way? Oh, I have the intermezzo, of course. Almost forgot. Never forget your intermezzo. I mean, it's not forced. We could recapture and then go for something else, like knight b5. There's actually a lot of possibilities here. I mean, just rook f takes, pawn takes, knight b5, rook c8, knight takes a7 for starters. So we got starters and intermezzos. So it's not automatic to take on g7. It's hard to decide, actually. That was my original idea, but I'm just looking if there's something. There might be something better. I mean, knight b5 looks pretty tempting. All right, let's try it. Changing the plan. So a5. How long have you been living in Budapest? Since 2004. And my history with Budapest goes back to the late 90s actually. But I didn't live here back then. I was visiting in the late 90s and then moved here in 2004. Developing his pieces for him. Alright, I've got to take this. We're up a pawn temporarily. Where's Zoli Varga? So, this bishop on d3 can be a problem for white in these types of positions at times. I could also play d5 there. You can choose d6 or d5. Now here's a structure where maybe, maybe knight e7, knight f5 is not a bad idea. If I could get it. But at the same time, I don't know. Is it the right move? The insane time, knight f5, g4. g4, taking away my outpost square. I think that's probably not a bad idea for white. So we can go to c8 and d6 and not another not bad path for the knight, in other words. Lots of good choices here. It's sort of hard to decide. So bishop b4 looks good. Pretty much play anything. After all this talk of knight e7, I play knight whatever. We got to move fast. c6 here. That looks kind of risky for black, playing on my side essentially. He's playing on my side of the board. How do we plan on doing this? There won't be a terrible time trouble. Well, I hope not. We're going to do the best we can. I can't commentate too much, guys. I got to get moving. c6. That is kind of a weird idea here, but at the same time, he needs a square for his knight on c7, so it's probably not that bad. Okay, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I'll play a standard knight d2 move. Trap goes the weasel. Alright. We're up a pawn. Materialism rules here in this game. Material ruling here as well. We need to get back to a sensible location. This or this. Which is a more sensible location? I guess c4, on queen b3 he plays knight takes c5 with tempo. That doesn't seem like a good idea. So, alright. Wow, e6. Black is having a little trouble getting mobilized here. He's going to have bishop d6 at some point. I castle. Yeah, I like this. Okay, I'm mobilizing my king side. He's allowing a5 now. NS busted out with e5. But I have a6 here. Then he's going to chop on f3. Wow. What is going on there? He takes on f3. I take back with the queen. He wins a pawn. And then I don't know what to think. He's going to have a really strong knight on c5 and those kind of lines. But I have d5 as well. d5, e4, I guess. Looks pretty good for black. Oh boy, I don't know. Yeah, I hope there's not a bad time pressure. Knight h4 I was looking at. That's not the best idea in the world. I've had better ideas than knight h4 in this position, believe it or not. He has a knight on c5 and I'm screwed. I mean, I'm not going to be able to do anything with that. Once that knight gets to c5, it's just really, really bad. d5. So if d5, e4, knight d2, knight e5, a6. And he can go back to c8 even with a crazy position, but he might lose a pawn there. I don't know. This looks weird, but I don't know what else to do. All right. Nikolai Pavlov. I had a similar game a couple years ago with Lawrence. What's his name? A kid. Hungarian kid. Not a kid, but he's like 20 something. Kid to me. All right, I've got to move it along. I'm going to try not to get into ridiculous time pressure now. We've got knight a5 maybe. Also, we got a good white square bishop. That looks kind of standard. This thing. Okay. Unfortunately, we're pinned according to Nefedov here, so I'm a little worried about that. Bishop b4 again. Bishop b4 part 2. Knight f8 allows bishop takes f6. King f8 blocks my maneuvers, so what do we do? Bishop b4 again, threatening maybe knight e4 type of stuff. All right. Very serious threat here of knight b5. But I can just take it and play, you know, he has the bishop pair, but we're probably okay type of style. I've got to play a little bit faster. Now Arnaud with h3. It's very similar to a game I had with Move 11, who's mysteriously absent tonight. Okay, we went for this. We didn't take the pawn. We sacked the pawn instead. We're going for like active play based on knight b5. And then we've got a strong b here. I think this is just good for black. Yeah, I went out on a tangent in this game. I went out on a major tangent. And I think I probably up to screwed. We're basically in trouble now. Yeah, I just miscalculated. I'm gonna lose my d5 pawn simply. All right, Ananas is a pretty strong player. I think we had the same position 20 moves ago. Yeah, but I made a bad move this time. Chat on Twitch is down. I don't think so. It looks good. Chat on Twitch looks good. We got 63 viewers here. This is a really good position for us now. But I think I had messed up the opening against Eligura. A brain slayer with knight d2. A fork that isn't a fork. But it is a fork, kind of. Alright. I don't have a choice. King's Indian attack-like position here. Try not to play too passively. What about that bishop on f4? Can I get rid of that? Yeah, but he has like bishop e5 here. That's pretty strange. Let's not and say we did against Philus. Okay, we got this. He's got e6 basically. The entire game now revolves around black trying to achieve e6. I'm just trying to plant ideas in his head. Bishop f4, knight h5 though. I'm not sure that really helps my e6 cause. I have knight d2, e6, knight c4. Yeah, this looks okay. We'll let him play e6. I'm gonna have to. Here against Nefedov, hopefully we're okay. Derndach spent a long time, which is not really characteristic for him. I have take in this position. I'm running out of other ideas at this point. Take. Yeah, I think I better do it because if I don't, I'm basically done. Right, so Clash Kid played into my little trap. It's not really a trap. I mean, my plan was to play bishop f4. Though knight g3 is a move too. But one would imagine somehow that trading the dark squared bishop would be good for me. Now the pawn is falling. The sky is falling. We're down a pawn. We need to get something back there. Now this is a fork. This is a fork. But I think e2 is less important. We really need the queenside majority. On the other hand, it could get kind of dangerous, so I have to be a little bit careful. And here, speaking of careful, white is slightly better. I can't win the pawn on b2. Swap meet. A swap meet. Lord Jesus Christ, seemingly wasting time in the opening. It looks like a weird, I don't know what it looks like. A weird something. So it's almost like a standard. It's a game that Suba has in dynamic chess strategy, where he's like playing Ivan Farago and Farago Ivan, and basically it's like a tempo up for me on Suba's game with Farago. Farago. My Hungarian pronunciation tends to be really bad. Even though I've been here since 2004, I never formally studied the language. Alrighty. Now, so if you are Hungarian and you hear me speak in Hungarian or say a Hungarian name, please don't feel insulted. Alright. What are we doing now? Trying to get my stuff mobilized, but I don't really see the best way. There's no c5. I can play take b5. I mean, we go like fully Reshevsky style. Take b5. Give him a good square for his knight, or what am I going to do there? It's kind of weird. Take b5. Take knight c5. We end up with a huge square on d5. But it still seems like I'm bringing his knight into the game. There's also unserious simuls. The unserious simuls are the ones where, like, basically people are playing with like 5 minutes. 5 minutes. That's a very serious time control, isn't it? All right. Now what do we do? Bishop g7. Let's just try to do a double fianchetto. So I have knight takes c4, and you know, maybe I'm signing my death warrant here, but I don't really see any other opzione. We got to try to do something with this guy, Senor Derndatch. Yeah, this just, for some reason I was only looking at knight e5, and I overlooked, you know, how strong this simple move is. Maybe there's something. I just played like an idiot here, basically. I mean, I'm just like probably like lost, just simply lost. But let's try to defend, you know, the best we can defend. We're basically moronic. We just pushed our d pawn beyond the point where it can be protected, and just didn't even see knight f6 till it was too late. I saw it, of course, but it was a moment too late. Refusal to just accept the fact that I have no advantage is the psychological phenomenon here. But the bigger problem is knight takes d5. Maybe rook a b1. Rook a b1, and even a5 is hanging. Rather than rook f b1. Because I'm afraid of stuff happening on the A file there. Be afraid. Thanks for watching, guys, and thanks for the donations from Romy. You have no idea about theory, Dolge says. Alright, I'm going to try to just play chess here. I guess we should exchange. Hungarian women. Well, when they cross the border from Serbia, basically, They were like morphed into like beautiful women. Is that right? Is that what happens at the Hungarian-Serbian border? Derndatch? Alright, queen c2. Guys, hear that ambulance coming? Alright, now the old rook d8. Coffee is done. Better be careful with... I have a plan. Okay. Nefedov now. I'm not sure what I want to do here. I don't know that I really want to give up my dark squared bishop in this position. I think it was just a bluff. The real question is what I'm going to do next when he ascends to the file. Bishop, what would Zlatko Ilinčić do? Bishop d6, knight c7. It was funny because Zlatko used to play the Najdorf, my friend, and like then he like switched from the Najdorf to the Petrov. But it was kind of funny, like bishop d6, rook e1, knight c7, bishop e7, takes. I think I'm having hallucinations. Alright. King's Indian, weird King's Indian attack here. More or less. I better pay attention to the diagonal. Yeah, so... Well, this much I calculated. And now Eligora taking on e4. Well, I guess I have to take back. Not a lot of choices in that department. Man, Jeroen is taking forever. c6. He's slower than me. This is like a good exchange variation. It looks like. I don't know if h6 is a good move for black or not. Now, what was my plan again? Yeah, nothing special against Nikolai Pavlov. Nikolai is pretty solid. We haven't played before. What am I gonna do? Bishop h6. And then what? And then bishop f4. And then we snap if he plays e5. Knight takes e5. That's one plan anyway. So Bumst refuses to exchange pieces against me. It's like, no. That's not happening. Alright. Fine. Have it your way. What would George Meyer do in this position? It's like white might have a strong attack on the king side if I can't free myself. Queen b4 looks kind of cool. Bishop c5. Take. Bishop c5 is pretty demented looking. But I can't just sit here and do nothing. You know, that's the problem. Doing nothing is not an option. You've got to do nothing well. Alright, that's a lot of time to waste on this. Right, now I saw this much. I figured we'll snap this pawn first, and then... We snap the pawn first, right? I mean, it's just like easy money. Okay. And this is like straight out of, literally straight out of Suba versus Farago. Queen e4. Rook d8. He doesn't want the pawn, but he has a strong knight. The knight is really going to mess with me. But I have b5. Or e3, knight e5, queen e4. Yeah, alright. So Derndatch took with the knight. Now I have to play d6 to hold my stuff together. Slightly better against Clash Kid. This is easy to play. And then we're just playing a really good looking modern defense here against Arnaud. C5 maybe. C5, D5. Looks like a really crazy... He can take. Maybe it's premature to play C5. He's also got G5 though. C5. Yeah, I guess I should just castle. E4, bishop D3. What are we gonna do? Kramnik style here for stupid names. This is reminding me of my game with Ananas a little bit, unfortunately. This is some kind of Kramnik. Everything I see is like I think it looks like something Kramnik would do. So bishop there. Now what? Knight on GD2. We're still just in the opening here, but I do have C5. Taking no longer seems like a problem. And now I figured Nikolai Pavlov allowing me to play bishop f4, e5, knight takes, bishop takes. And wow, that rook is looking pretty unhealthy on f1. Have you ever seen a rook get trapped like there? He's got bishop a3 though. This is demented. Like I play bishop g4, bishop a3, bishop g7. Now he has no squares. The only square both rooks have on the board is like b1. Well, actually c5. That's crazy. Square control. Okay, queen f3 from Bombas now. I played a6. He's like targeting b7, immobilizing my queen. But my plan was rook d7, but it loses a rook. So that wasn't a good plan. I have rook d5 though. Rook d5. That's very George Meyer style. We just take here on c6 and we're cashing in on the 7th rank, right? It's not the only move though. Well, if I win a pawn, I win a pawn. I'm crashing in on the 7th. We're somewhat limited for time now. Queen e5, what's that? Queen e5, weird move, kind of. b5. Probably developing something would be good. Maybe even rook b1. Okay, guys, try not to get in. I'm trying not to get in crazy time control. I have Kramnik. No, I have like very nice dreams. I'm not, you know, that way, but I think positive thoughts about Vlad. You know, even though they say that he's very arrogant, and he's arrogant in his press conferences, I'll forgive him. Okay, bishop c3. Yeah, I figured I'm getting mobilized here, and I'm playing queen d8, and I'm getting back to where I need to be. It's not the only move, but man, I don't have a lot of options. This guy is like a monster. Okay, there. I don't want to drop any major material. And this game is taking forever. Bishop e2, but I take back playing ultra conservatively. Then again, I did too. Rook on the 7th. Materialistic response from Clash Kid. Though, you know, he doesn't have that many options, to be fair. 94, maybe not too effective here. I need to do something. Here we go again, the ananas equalization. It's just waste time, I guess. Yeah, all right. We need to do something. Okay, rook e1, as expected, as advertised. Now, king f8 may drop that pawn on h7 in some lines. It's also taking away squares. Knight c7 was the plan, but this bishop b7 is nothing. Okay. All right, so we won a pawn. We're looking pretty good here. We didn't win a pawn. We're actually down a pawn. We're still down a pawn. How are we still down a pawn? Rook takes, check. Bishop b6, check. I don't know. Right, so bishop a3 and then here. I figure he's like paralyzed. Now we're basically equal or better. You make the call against Felis. Okay, rook d1 check, king c7 is also good for me. Knight b5, king c6, he's hanging on by a thread there. But bishop e5 check, I was thinking, also might be good. But it may end up wasting time. Rook d1. I mean, this has got to be good for white. Everything's good. I don't understand. Nikolai Pavlov just played e5. What am I missing here? Knight takes e5, knight takes e5, bishop takes a8. Knight takes e5, bishop takes e5, bishop takes e5, queen takes e5, bishop takes c6. Rook b8. I don't know, but I think I've got to do it. All right, this is looking like a good Benoni. Really good Benoni. b4 is a persistent threat. Nothing immediate there though. e6, g5. Gotta go for it, huh? It's risky though to play e6. I mean, it's possible to play without e6. Let's just develop our pieces. And now, what do I do? Double the rooks has been suggested. Rook c7. Snapping. It's not that easy to kill him here. Got to be significantly better. And now queen d5 check. Okay, so he's on my b7 pawn. We're up a pawn. c6 looks like it fixes a lot of pawns on the wrong color, but at the same time, I mean, his c5 pawn is hanging there. Then he has rook on the 7th, which is kind of nasty as well. So I don't know what I want to do here. Take, and then queen there. There's a lot of endings that I don't like here. I don't like the fact that he's got the open e-file. If I just take on c5, we're probably fairly active. Even though the structure gets pretty much wasted. Okay, don't really want to trade queens, but this is a pretty annoying defense for the guy. Queen e3 here. All right, Jeroen just traded. Wait, Jeroen wasn't paying attention. He dropped a piece. That's weird. I'm the one that's supposed to do that, Jeroen, not you. H5. Whoa. All right, we're going for it. Allegory. He has the f5 square. I'm like an idiot. I'm thinking of playing bishop e2, but this is a blunder. Sadly, I guess he should have played like h3 or something. Bombist shifted files. Mr. Solid is his new name. Wow, you didn't want the pawn. Queen d4. Well, that's a hell of a move, b4. Okay. On my h2 pawn. No problems. This looks like a good kid. Jeroen didn't drop a bishop. God, I'm an idiot. I'm so embarrassed. I thought I won a piece. Yeah, I was like, no, he wouldn't do that. What an awesome trick. It's not the Caro-Kann. You're not allowed to do that. I forgot I'm not castled yet. Oh, God. That's so stupid. All right. That's pretty good. He gets out a lot of trouble there. All right, we're taking material. Maybe we'll throw in a check here. Always check. Now he's trying to trap my rook. This is not cool. It is not cool to attempt to trap my rook under any circumstances. I just want you to know that. Right, so f4 maybe? There's knight b5 check. Knight b5 check, just come home. Or even knight b5 check, yeah, and come home. And then what? And I'm threatening f4. Or f4 immediately. Bishop takes, pawn takes. I don't really like f4. Bishop f4. Why don't I play that? There's some complications, perhaps. We've got bishop takes c4 there, and knight b5 check threats. Queen before the knight on a5 is pretty bad. Okay, we got to put all of our stock in the passed pawn here. He's going to get a pawn. What should I do? I can't drop that. The queen on e5 is killing me. I just dropped that. That was a good move. All right, so I'm castling. I still think Jeroen is in trouble. Now he's on this 100 times. There's knight a5 as well, which is nice. Take, knight takes. Similar to what other horrifying memories I've had. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm freaking out. All right. So now we just try to trade pieces. Then we take this. It's all good. This is standard. Bishop h6. Alrighty. But let's get our pieces developed against Tamale. So this was his plan, apparently. Sacking in exchange. But, you know, I'm up a pawn here, right? Rook e1. No, I was expecting bishop takes c4. He has g5 though. It's a really weird situation. Seems like there should be something better for me. This guy's playing fast too. He's got 33 minutes yet. G5 looks very ugly. My knight is in a strange place. Then king b6. Seems like a wasted time there. Wow, white just played e4. Wow. Man, you can do that. All right, maybe rook c8. To watch my king side here. Exchange sacrifices, anyone? Knight d5, queen e4, g6. Maybe I can play knight d5 and there's nothing he can really do. Double bishop sacrifice. I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it if you do the double bishop sacrifice. All right. We need to just play faster, I guess. Faster, master. You're attacking my pawnage. I was thinking bishop e2 here. Bishop g5, f6 though gets kind of awkward. I should just play g3. Still gonna be awkward, huh? Awkward for you. Awkward for everybody. This is awkward. Having my rook semi-implanted there. Artificially implanted. What am I doing, man? Why is this so confusing? Why am I worse with a knight on the rook on the 7th rank? How is that even possible? Okay, knight d5. Well, I don't care about that pawn anymore too much. But I'm getting confused and I need time. So c6, okay. What's this? Okay, we're up a pawn for what it's worth. Castles. Don't see anything great there. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. It's gonna get crazy now because we don't have a lot of time. Brainslayer just avoided exchange of queens. I don't know. He wasn't my c5 pawn just hanging? So I just blundered. It was like a terrible blunder by both sides, it seems to me. Now this looks like a mighty good King's Indian for white in my book. G5, very weakening move from Soltigo. Extremely risky. Stratego. We've only got one complete game, one game completed. What to do here? What would Li Chao do? Chao Li. He did the break as expected. And now knight d6 is interesting. This guy's getting really crazy with his king. Everybody's playing like blitz now, but I don't know that that's a good idea. Kids, there's no reason for you to blitz. Just try to play the best moves. Start creating some weaknesses, probing for weaknesses. Knight d5 now. Does that trap my queen yet? That's a rook, not a queen, but you know what I mean. Alright. After my embarrassing hallucination against against Ruin, I'm coming back. Nefedov offered a draw here. Alright. It's hard to decline that in this scenario. With so many games going on, Nefedov, the master of draws. He's got me beat. He's really got me beat. Alright. Lots of sound positions, though. Knight g4 here. Doesn't do anything. Meanwhile, white is headed for knight e4. trading queens. I didn't expect that for some reason. And Derndatch is all over me, but he's been all over me all day long. Okay, now knight f5. I think that knight has got to go. You know, I've seen some strong knights in my day, and that is definitely one of them. Here, we're rolling with rooks. It is possible to take with a knight, but that doesn't seem as dynamic. And now it's just going to probe some pawns. Pawn probing. This is another one. Alright, so it's a heavy piece ending. We're up that strong passed pawn, but white has a little bit of play. Hopefully not enough. We go with a double fianchetto. Watch out for knight g4. I think that's kind of a shot in the dark. He's got knight e4 though, which is significantly better than knight g4. So maybe I should disallow that, you know, play like knight e5 here. But if I do that, he's got knight d4, kind of trying to mess with me. But then like king f1. Confusing, but it should be good for me. Check. Brain Slayer. So trying to corral my passed pawn. I don't know. He's got some counterplay there. I also have like no time against Brain Slayer. We're up a piece here. What do you want to do? Knight e5 or something against Tamale? Yeah, I was looking at this. I mean, I guess I'm fine with like sacking the exchange. That's not the only move. I could play another move. Well, Eirik with 29 minutes. Man. I don't know. This is kind of like intuitive. So g6 is forced. Oh, and then, oh, he's got the mate. Rook takes e6. I'm not taking, don't worry. Not taking. Rook takes e6. There's bishop takes g6. And then mate there as well. It's like a computer move. So I have to play h6 here? That's really stupid. g6, bishop takes g6. F takes, queen takes e6 check. It's not mate though. What mate? There's no mate. I mean, I'm being like paranoid. Oh, this pawn, that pawn. Mastered that pawn. All right, let's move it along. Okay, that knight is moving. We go to h5. It gets hit by bishop f3. That's awkward. Okay, we're in good shape here. We seem to be in good shape here. And then I'm going to take the two rooks for the queen. I see your two rooks and raise you a pin. We got to get out of this quickly. So knight e2, f5, f3, or something like that should be fine. Now what? a4. Well, there's no sense in that. It's basically equal. He equalized this somehow. Kaiser Soze with knight e7. Okay. Okie dokie. Bishop e2. What happened next? I don't know why I thought this was okay, because I'm not real thrilled about it. But I guess I might be surviving here. That's kind of optimistic, maybe. Okay, guys. So, 25 players we started with. We've got 2 wins and a draw so far. Any intermezzos? The intermezzo factor. This is not what I expected. Okay. What's up next? Knight g4. Does that do anything? Not really. Not really sure what I'm doing there. We're just moving. e6 at some point. b4 at some point might be good. Where's his knight going anyway? You just have to time it properly, I guess. He's coming with h4 though. I can't mess around anymore. And but e6 weakens my king side further. Probably not the best route to go. Let's go with this. So c4, we could drive him back. Then the pawn will be hanging though. a4, a5 also weakens my pawns. There's just nothing. This is ridiculous. Alright. Queen c5. Now he sees it. Queen c5, and we can switch files or something. We ought to have something against his king, really. Rook takes rook. I mean, I have to do something. These guys are all not using their time. That's the one thing they have in common. We dropped a piece here. Hokabaz dropped a piece. That's good. And then this one, black is super solid as well. 15 minutes and counting. Wow. This was pure magic. Pure magic, black tricking me with that bishop f5 thing. Don't know what to do. Got a very, very strong passer. But it's not so easy. Maybe first thing I should just make sure I don't get back rank mated. Bishop f6 now, bishop e2. Or even bishop g5 is strong. But perhaps I should complete development. He's threatening something. e5 at some point. Okay, queen there. a2's hanging. I'm getting really materialistic in my old age. Whoa, black dropped a rook. I didn't have stuff forever on my really lame position. And now we are hit and run. I mean, there's nothing to really run from. I'm just up a pawn now. That pawn is relatively important, but it looks difficult to hold. This game is not going to be easy. Wow. Pawn takes d6. What am I doing? I don't know. It's getting complicated. This one is winning. He went knight b7. Who the heck expected that? Anyways. Now f4. This game is super bizarre. Knight e5. Whoa. Alright. I went b4. He went back to b1. I mean, that should be good. Just rolling. Rolling. But, not so easy here. Need to get some support going on. This is not that clear. You know, a good position but hard to play in a very short, with a very short time. What are we going to do here? Queen d4. He's on my rook no matter where I go, like constantly. I dropped a piece? Oh, I have to recapture. Man. That's not mate, thankfully. Alright. How can I improve my position here? c4. Weakening my structure. The king needs to approach the center. Wait. Bishop takes c6. Rook takes rook, rook takes rook. There's like a check and take. Bishop takes, rook takes. Not so easy. I'm just like a clear pawn up here, and I'm sort of panicking. It's ridiculous, really. All right, we'll try to simplify. This is just a win, a piece up. Jeroen just keeps making chaos, creating chaos constantly against me. F5 out of the blue. My king will never be safe now. Where did that even come from? Now a4, very good. Look how solid white is here. Passive move by me. Good. Good job. All right. Let me out. Now he takes e4 and what? Right, of course. Can't believe I didn't get anything there. e5, just going for broke. That queen on a5 looks suspicious here. Keep him contained. Yes, master. Yes. Of course. Whoa, this doesn't work. Other than that, it's good. All right. We've got a check and take, but then I get mated. We got a check and then check there and trade queens in a rook game where it's probably a draw. That's really good. There is queen f5. Okay, this looks good. This looks good. I like this. He dropped an exchange, and I don't see any major issues. What's this? He took on c4. Okay, we're just up a pawn here. Really no compensation. Wasting time. He's trying to get me on the king side, but We ought to have something here. It would be good to mobilize. All right, let's go. So he played what? F6. And that move. Bishop A6. Attacking my bishop. And then that expected move. Okay. You've got to go. I take back now. Threatening some sort of cheapo on the king side. Your roommate managed to make this kind of strangely complicated. Tricky player. He's trying to do here. Knight h4 with all these weird complications. Driving me nuts. Stay the heck away from me, dude. Knight e4 doesn't work. But maybe it will. Okay, what's now? There? Okay, there. It's your last check. We're up the pawn here. Need to mobilize. He had that. All right, queen ending. And what do we do? Knight g3, I guess. Seems kind of weird to go to g3 now to allow f4. I'm supposed to go here, I suppose. And then Derndatch did what? Queen d2, right? And then what? Knight f5 is now the idea. He's threatening knight f5, so we play like g4. No, he's got knight d5 as well, so multiple problems. We should probably play bishop e5. No, he's got that. So c1, that's too much of a problem. All right. No time. We're getting out of there. And this guy is so solid, it's ridiculous. Wow. Okay, I'm backing off. Piece up variation. Piece up. Well, Jeroen just totally wrecking me now. How could this even happen? Say what? The say what variation. My God. How can that even work? It's crazy, dude. Okay, I mean, this has to be good for me somehow. Ananas now. Just very good position for him. We're in a lot of trouble. Structurally, a very bad position. White's going crazy with this move now. Knight e4, knight takes e4, bishop takes h4. Bishop g5. Bishop takes g3, bishop takes d8. He wins a piece. It's kind of a sick trap. I mean, this is just good for black. I don't understand how white has play here. All right. Man, the dude won't leave me alone. He's a pawn down. Can't do anything. taking here. Bishop takes f6. Everyone's like playing blitz, guys, but you don't need to play blitz. That's really not called for. All right. Yeah, c5 is brilliant. Even with f5, white's still not that much better. Okay, this position is giving me a headache. We're up a pawn and a queen ending. Not an easy task here. You guys are basically blitzing. Right. h6. Or bishop to e6. Let's just play bishop to e6. Hard to force a trade of queens here. Okay, bishop e5. I want to trade that off if I can afford it. Man, he won't stop bothering me. Check. I got to try to make progress a different way. He took the pawn on a2. I mean, this has got to be something for me now. Still knight f5. That's okay. Ending. Always these threats. Why does it feel like black's better here? This is my imagination. But he's so fast, he's got 25 minutes to my 10. I don't know what to do. I can't move my king to the center. I guess I can, but then I'm like worse. Why does this knight, outposted knight, do nothing? Man, this is weird. a4? Maybe a4 is risky. Doesn't really help me. Taking. How do I want to take back? With a knight? It wasn't my plan. Queen ending. What happened? Queen a5. Threatening my pawn. Threatening my pawns. Threatening multiple pawns. That's alright. We gotta do something to get out of that. Now what happened? c4. Whoa. That was not expected. Bishop e3. That looks good. Trading pieces. Key idea. Now he played what? Knight h4, defending his pawn. And bishop e4 is a threat. Rune is absolutely driving me nuts here in this game. He's got play out of nowhere. This is a strong move. This guy's drawn me twice already. He's only 1900. That's pretty good. Played this well too. I don't know what I'm doing here. I guess g3, weakening my king side seems like a good idea. But let's not do that. All right, queen here. We're kind of holding on for the moment. Here's a check. For some reason I thought I had a good move here. Oh yeah, this. You guys don't have to blitz. H5 or something is weakening, risky. Should just try to concentrate on the center. Brain Slayer. Very tricky queen ending, which we could play forever. Okay, now G5 we have B4. King F2. King F2 is trappy. Bishop F2. Knight G6. I need to be careful, probably. Yeah. Wow, this is like so hard to make progress. I wanted to play A5. I guess we'll go for it. Okay, that's a trade. You guys are all blitzing, and no matter what I do, you won't stop blitzing. All right, queen takes A6, he wins a pawn, but I have rook A8 here. A lot of you guys are like compromising your positions by playing too fast. This is like Rainbow Six Vegas. Okay, that doesn't work. I mean, I could even play that, but this is good. We should be able to hold here against Bombist. What happened? Knight G3. Whoa. What? What? Okay. Right, now, there's a check. You can always play a check. We should be able to hold this ending, I feel like. It's a really, really strong rock. But maybe I need to take that pawn before it's too late. Tough position though. This is going to be really hard. What are we doing here? Castling queenside? Kind of like it. Man, weird ending. I didn't really want to trade rooks, but his bishop's on H8. There's a check. It's dangerous. Takes too long to calculate that. All right, we're taking another pawn here. And then what happened? Bishop, knight f5. This is only move. Queen e4. Right. Okay. Want to keep his bishop paralyzed if I can. Then I want my pawns in the right color. He's trading rocks. Made f5. Everybody's playing blitz. Tricky ending here. Nikolai has a lot of time. Okay. Now what do I do? Nothing against Phileas. This is actually dangerous for me. Gotta be careful. I don't want to drop my pawn. But this ending now looks kind of okay. Took a long time on that move to Mali. And then what happened? Knight d4, okay. He still has that. Took the pawn. What a king. It's King Kong. Who is this guy? I mean, this should be winning. Should be winning is the understatement of the year there. Now I take back, found a move, Queen G3. It's extremely irritating. He's going to start checking me in about a minute. Not easy to make progress in a lot of these positions. And games are tough. But we gotta try something. The pawn is hanging on b5. Not so simple though. Don't really want to mess up my structure. Risky move. This is a genius move by black. Must be an endgame specialista. Specialista. Right. Just when I said I wanted a castle queenside. Alright, I'm gonna go crazy here. Now what's this? Very strong pawns, but no tactics. What do I do to make progress? Bishop there. I mean, even g4 looks good. Crazy move. Bombist. Wow, this is a really awful game by me. I mean, it's a miracle if I don't lose. No time. He's gonna mate me down the H file here. Check this guy out. Oh no. Seriously, he is. Yeah. Doesn't really look like there's going to be a way to avoid it. He sacrifices everything to make me down the H file. Now what? What happened? Oh, he's on the pawn again. Brainslayer has a ridiculous amount of time. That's got to go. What? Yeah, everyone's blitzing. Look at this guy. Wow, he's got 12 minutes left. He's preventing everything I try to do. Like he can read my mind or something. I don't have a plan anymore. Okay, what's up here, kids? If you have a totally lost position, I don't mind if you resign. What happened? King there. Okay, this is like too hard to win, I think. I don't know, man. I'm not going to be able to beat this guy in the amount of time I have here. Dude, you got to step off. Really. You're driving me insane. He's driving me nuts. It's just driving me nuts. What are you doing? Leave me alone. Okay, this position is like a joke. This is a draw. Knight takes g2, of course. Master had that. Silver. Oh, man. His in-game technique is insane. If I take, you take. Take with check. Yeah, but then you're going to take there. This is bizarre. What was I going to play? Bishop d4, bishop c5. Alright, we're just in ridiculous time pressure now. Another good move from Clash Kid, our resident in-game specialist. And only stupid names left, coming out of this with insane threats out of absolutely nowhere. What's up? Let's check. He's not actually... Well, he is threatening something. Yeah, I mean, it's looking like I'm getting mated here. But it's not that easy, is it? Rook e8. Yeah, it's that easy. It's basically that easy. E8. Man, I'm just getting mated. It's amazing. Just totally busted. I don't know what to do. All right, we got what? Rook there. Secret move. Should be winning that one. We're winning this one. This looks like a draw. I'm gonna offer a draw to Phileas. I mean, there's nothing happened in this game. This one I don't think I'm making progress. But I can play e6. He has a check. Winning here, suffering here. What are we doing here? Well, we're trying. Bishop to e4. g4. This is probably a little bit too quick. We're just totally winning here. And then I had b4. Something stupid. That's the stupidest idea ever. Black plays very well here in this game. Looks awful. Okay, this was promising, but it's not easy. How am I supposed to take him out? Really need more time for this game. All right. Speaking of more time. Whoa, what happened? Playing blitz. Well, another crazy move. Seriously? You have that? Seriously. Really? With no time. He's used no time. He plays queen h5 here. There's no way that works. All right. Man, you even find a move like that? Wow. Okay, what's happening? Rook on e to d8. Yeah, we're just suffering in this one. Queen g2, blundering his queen. Usually when I say something like that, I'm like dropping something big. The bombast is brutal. I need to play this. Forget about color of the pawns. What happened? Whoa. Silver blundered. He declined my draw here. Right, okay. Phileas declined a draw. That's interesting. Now we might even be better in that. I got strong attacking chances. I think Yarun messed up. Yeah, but he has that. Bishop takes h2. So it's not that simple. Whatever. Okay. What's the trick? What happened f5, right? Where's my knight again? Over here? What's the next trick? Knight f1. Queen e8. What's up here? I don't know. Bishop? Bishop anyone? He's going to go after those pawns. He's got no bishop. G5 was just played. Losing my mind, I think. I'm going to lose my mind here in a minute. Mother. Okay. What's going on? I don't know, we're just playing blitz. It appears we're just playing blitz. Yeah, everybody's blitzing simultaneously. Tactic. I fell for a tactic. Or not. Yeah, I just lost a pawn. That's good. He's trying to trade queens now. But I have a knight check. Takes on f5. Now what happened? Rook e7. Pavlov's on my rook. Doesn't give me too many options. There's d4, which is bad. Rook f1. Very tedious endgame. There might be some way to win it if I had some time, but I don't have any time. Brainslayer used zero time the entire game. Right. What's this? Possible tactics. Knight g4. Totally confused there. It's like pulling teeth to trade queens down a pawn. Rook e3. Alright, that pawn is pretty dangerous. Now what did he do? Knight f4. Shocking surprise. It's like extremely strong. He's played really, really insanely well the last couple of games. Man. What am I supposed to do now? I feel like I'm just like paralyzed. I can never trade pieces. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Just like absolutely paralyzed. It's like playing God. Alright, knight here. I'm going to lose a piece to some sort of trick. It appears. Wow. No time. My king is paralyzed. I can never touch the pawn. It's like immune from attack. I might be able to actually win a game. I'm not sure though about that. This has gotten to be pretty weird. You know, even though I should be winning, it's not easy at all. Can't Can't take the pawn. I don't know what to do. Brainslayer didn't use any time. Whole stupid game. Alright. He's gonna take a pawn there? Man. Would he dare do that? H6 check doesn't work. Alright. We're ahead in development. I don't understand this game. This has been crazy. Right. You gotta be kidding me. What a resource. You saw that. Oh my god. Now he's on that. Alright, I'm gonna off for draw here. I'm probably I'm probably incorrect off for draw. I guess he's gonna win the pawn or whatever. Whoa. Okay. This is kind of weird. What are we doing? Everybody's just blitzing here. What am I doing? Is this some sort of joke? Yeah, whatever, man. It's amazing that you found that. Well, I have a piece to give up, so what am I going to do? Just lose on time? I'm just up pieces here. All right. Everybody's blitzing. Driving me nuts. Okay. Yeah, okay, I don't know what we're doing here. I mean, there's no way I'm going to beat this guy, whoever he is. He's like, forget about it, I'll just offer him a draw. Absolutely getting tortured here. Now comes the next threat. It's like playing God. Like I said. Yeah, everything's hanging for this guy. King here. What am I doing? Is the golden question there. The bishop on h8 game. This is a nasty move to find out about when you didn't know it was coming. A very nasty move to find out about. What am I supposed to do? Just be down a pawn? I guess I'm just busted. Better question is this game. What the heck is going on here? I've got no time. So I'm just lost to this guy. Silver 124. 23 minutes remaining. I guess this is like a draw if I don't do something crazy. I don't know. Blundered here? No. Yes. No. Yes. Can't believe I lost the game against silver. I mean, there's no way in the world that position is lost. He let me have that crazy triple pawn position, and I lost after that. That's crazy. And this is really irritating too. I don't know what I'm doing. Alright. Hopefully I'm still alive somehow. Jeroen is really tough. Now he's found another resource. Gonna lose my mind. It's like, how could I possibly lose this game? That's insane. Here I guess it's just winning. Okay, now rook e7 doesn't work. But we're winning, right? Should be winning. Played rook b7. I should blockade, no? And now what? Not sure. What happened? Bishop h3? I'm getting a headache from that game. Jeroen didn't... Yeah, he has to do that. Yeah. Okay, making negative progress. Knight d5 doesn't do anything. Man, this guy is ridiculously good. Okay, this is equal. G4 now. Who is this? Only stupid names left. It's one of our subscribers. He's starting to annihilate me again. To play f3. It looks crazy. So Jeroen is gonna torture me now in this ending. Oh my god. Okay, pawn down. Pawn downville. There's a lot of pawn down positions. If I play that, what am I gonna do? Okay. Only choice. Hopefully some people will get in time pressure. I'll get some counter chances. Like this. What is the deal here? I mean, I should be lost already. Rook check. Rook g7, check, king takes. I hope that someone would blunder. It just doesn't seem to be happening. But this pawn is so far advanced. I don't know that I have any hope to win the game, basically. Lots of draws. Here I end up losing. Almost losing. After a good hallucination. Wow, I thought I had knight takes d5. Oh my gosh. That is not legal. Knight takes f6 g4. Looks pretty lame, actually. So, a very bad rook ending that's just lost for me. This game was lost in the opening. This is just winning. Bombus now continuing to torture me. How strong is this guy? I mean, man. It's like a nightmare. I don't know what to do. Another draw. Queen takes rook c2. And I'm just dead. Knight takes, maybe not that bad. It's just a horrible position to play. This is stupid. I think to play d5, d6, I mean, maybe a mistake for me. so many difficult games. I don't like the kind of positions I've got. How about the c5 pawn? Can I ever do anything with that? Probably a blunder. Usually when I think a long time on a move, it's like some sort of blunder. Rook takes, king h8. Looks like Arnaud went crazy. Okay, this is not such a position where I should panic. It looks like. And here, we still have some compensation. The H file, but I'm running out of stuff basically. Running out of stuff. That's hopeless. I keep walking into this discovered checks. You know, now my position might actually be okay for the first time in a long time here. I figure I'm just lost in this one. Maybe it's not that simple. Oh, there goes the queen side. Don't like this too much. It looks pretty gone. Oh no. G6 was played. Serially. G6. This is like purposely finding the weirdest way to win the game. King here, losing my queen, getting mated in one, or okay, I have this move. Check, king there, and then promote. This has got to be like a joke. There's no move. Very complicated. I'm running out of time again. Okay. I'll take a draw there. Tons of draws. Rook e6. I don't want to trade queens. That's the problem. More tricks. He's going to attack me again. Rook on the 7th. Of course. Alright, I don't know if I can hold this position against Bombast. It looks pretty bad. G7 check. That's not a good move. He was totally winning. Okay. This move has been sitting here for like 100 moves. And now he has it. It's gotta be a joke, dude. Seriously? You played queen takes, a5 now. Oh my god. We've been waiting for that for 8 years. Oh, I dropped a rook. Good, good. Okay, good way to finish the game. It was high quality. Nice move by me, dropping a rook on the last move. Man, that was not the game I expected to lose. We were doing fine in that game. That really sucks. Now we're going to lose on the queen side here. Right. Knight d3. There is a check. but it doesn't do anything. We can try it. He could have taken my rook, and he didn't. What the heck is going on? All right, take. Move the king, move the king. He's like 100 tempos ahead of where I thought I was. Right, speaking of hallucinations. Right, he's hanging in there. Take. Yeah, you're on my f5 pawn, my knight all the time, huh? Take back has a ridiculous amount of time too. Blockade. Is that move too slow? Whoa. Trading the queens. Alright, we haven't lost to Lord Jesus Christ in a while. I liked my game here. I had a fantastic opening, but it looks like I'm going to lose this. I really had a brutal advantage from the opening, but I don't think I can save this now. Man, this stinks. Knight c2 forking my rooks. Good thing I saw that too. Another fork. Oh good, I can't play that either. I have to go here, which is like embarrassing. Alright, takes. Then 95, and we try to just find a way to... Maybe not. A different way to blockade. Alright, this has got to be winning now. Knight g5. But it was ridiculously lost for me. We're good to go. Takeback didn't use his time properly. Here. What happened? B4. Oh, that's perfect. Right. Take, king takes, b3, king g7, b2. This is a draw. At least I had counted right. Now this is like a horrifying situation. Maybe knight d6. I have no clue. Knight on e5 is good. We have like a tiny glimmer of hope here. That's a miracle if I can save that game. Here we have some chances. Now obviously I can't trade rooks. We're down 3 pawns. We got serious perpetual threats. This is a draw. What's going on here? We're up a piece in the ending. Knight takes, e4 check. Bishop takes, bishop takes. I guess. Here we're just winning. Bombas had that move. This game has been so confusing, I don't know what I'm doing anymore. But that's a strong knight. It's a good thing it's a rook pawn. 9 wins, 6 draws, no losses. We still have 7 going. The same city as Stephen King. And he's just as creepy. What about rook a7? Does that seem like a good idea to you? Just try to create a blockade there. I don't know. Looks like bombast is my biggest problem. Okay, this ending, I don't know. I mean, there still could be a chance I can hang on. Yeah, this is gonna be very tough. Okay, grabbing the pawn here. Going to a rook, ending a pawn down there with some chances to hang on. I don't know about this. Rook a5 maybe. Going after the pawn. Hold on, guys, a second. Hello. Okay, guys. Sorry. We've got enough time. Wow, the king's coming to that monster square. What a beautiful move he's got there. Unbelievable. Man, so king up with the monster king position. Only stupid names. Playing fantastically. Check and then what? Gotta stay on this. Not an easy ending, but reasonable chances to hang on. Pretty good king. Okay, another ending where I'm actually happy, you know, to trade this knight, probably. His king is not quite as powerful that way. I protected pass pawn there now. We should hold this. Lots of draws. Now I have king here. Kind of a comedic position. Do I have g5? Takes. g5 takes. Doesn't seem like a safe thing to do. King e4, b3, king d3, b2. Let's try that. Probably not the best idea, but we got to do something. Check, king f8. Ooh, I better be careful. Rook on the 7th. Then he goes on the 7th. And I've got problems. So I need to threaten mate probably first. He has rook f2. Or check, 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 and then take. I don't know. I'm running out of time. This is a theoretical draw. We've got some hope here. Weird situation where I'm like zugzwang by this guy. Psychic network. King e5. Wow, dude. That is impressive, I will tell you. Bombas has 11 minutes left. Quite impressive game there, buddy. Alright. I don't know. I don't like my king here. Don't like my king here. We've got to come back. And then what are we doing here? Rook here? No. We should get maximum distance. Or maybe even a different move. Like g3, something constructive. Not sure. Is this move better? Well, now we play here. Well, then he has the rook e7 though. No. He has rook e7. I have to check him first. Stalemate. I'm sure that I'm going to lose a draw. I'll lose a draw. I'm sure that I'm going to lose a game. I don't think I've ever had a Simul where I didn't lose at least one game. All right, this is hopefully a draw. I don't know about b5. That doesn't look like the right move. Rook over here, f4, rook down, f3. But then if f4, rook h3. So theoretical ending in this variety. Not our first time with Lord Jesus Christ having one of the longest games against him of the theoretical rook ending variety. Probably a draw, not that simple, but it should be a draw. Bombast, yeah, he's unbelievable. We're down too many pawns here to consider trying to play for a win. Alright, what's up with our rook position? We want to keep maximum checking distance. So from one side or the other. Now I have king f3. So I check him, make him retreat something, and then move away. Well, I mean, I don't think he can make progress with his king on g5, really. That seems like a bad position. You know, he'll be tied down to that forever. He'll never be able to push his pawns in front of his pawn like that. This is a draw, though. It should be. I could mess it up. We got 5 games left. Good game, Ananas. You must have had a win there when I played some... Even after I played rook g3, I mean... It looks like you should have a way. So Bombas played bishop c4. I'm basically like in Zugzwang. What's going on here? Well, there is no passive defense in this position. I've got d6 check. h4, g3. Now he's threatening f4, but he's not really threatening f4. But he's got king h5 maybe. What's going to happen if he plays king h5? Well, I think I should just keep bothering him. King h5, whatever. If king h5, we do something else. Like rook f5, f6. We've got 4 games ongoing. Bombas, Dolge, and only stupid names left. But this would be like the first time. What happened? Did Koi do something crazy? Alright, h4 now. I think I have to play. Gotta be careful with that. So bishop f5, e6 I mean. I win back the exchange. I guess I have to take it. But I'm not sure, you know, what's going on here at the end of the day. He's got mostly pawns on the wrong color. He's got, yeah. Oh man, if I could play bishop a5, bishop c7, he can play king e6. But it takes him a long time to attack those pawns. Yeah, I was concerned about this. d5. Wow. This just feels like the right move. Right. Alright, so now like rook f6. I mean, I guess I could play king f4 as well. He's not going to make progress with his king on h5, you know. He's not going to make progress here anyway. Yeah, Koi TV he's insane, man. He supported the stream 2 weeks in a row. I'm sorry he couldn't get to play this week. But we owe him a lot, you know. Whatever we can do to help him improve at chess, you know, and enjoy the game, I'd like to, you know, to be the first one to do that. I can play e4, but I don't want to do that under the wrong circumstances, like e4. He could check me and then pin me, you know, so that's actually quite tricky. He's starting g5 now, though, so king f4 doesn't work. Looks like he's kind of got himself out of this zone here. Rook f8, g5, check, check, check. This looks like best. Oh, bishop d8. Oh man, that's one of those moves that I didn't really prepare myself for. That's bad. Oh no, you played that. Check. Or even rook a6. No, but check and take looks better. Alright. Bombas doesn't have a concrete threat. Well, he could sack the exchange with rook takes c8 and then take on f7 or something crazy. He doesn't have a concrete threat technically yet. I go after his pawn now. Take, take. Yeah, but I'm getting busted now. I mean, I'm just losing now. check. Rook d3, king takes f7, knight check. I mean, I'm just losing here, it looks like. I don't know what else to do. And Dolge played really well too. Rook c6, king f7, rook takes c5, king e6. But I mean, technically I'm a little bit better there. I don't see any tricks. I can check. Let's take this first. Taking the pawn. We're winning a bunch of pawns there. I'm just checking a lot. Now I'm just, okay, it's still not that easy. Rook e3, king d6, and black is still in the game. I gotta play rook takes f5, takes king d4 with a better position. I mean, this is probably a draw, I guess. Now we've got a very strong king. Oops, if I go that way, it's actually okay. But do we want to stay in the center? Maybe the center is better. The other way I'm attacking is pawn, though. That's probably more relevant. Center is better. I don't know. King c5 check, king takes, king takes. I get kind of off sides there. Yeah, this is what I was thinking about. This bishop ending where I have an outside passed pawn, and his pawns, you know, his pawns are on the wrong color to some degree. What am I supposed to do here? 3 hours and 15 minutes into the Simul. We still haven't lost, but we're facing a grim situation against Bombist. Rook d5 is probably a draw, despite his bad bishop. I don't see any other ideas here. I don't know what else I can do objectively. So bishop takes e6, and I don't have any choices. It looks like I'm probably lost. Check. And he has king e7, which I missed, but I don't know what else I can do here. I mean, I guess we could do anything. I mean, it's probably a draw, but I can drive him back to e7, and it's probably profitable to do that. There, I've got mate in 1 after knight takes b5. This guy is ridiculously good. It's just lost for me now. Well, it's been lost for me probably the whole game. There's mate. There's rook a7 as well, which like wins everything. I didn't see rook c8 mate before. I don't think I can save this. Alright, this should be a draw. Let's check the other game. Dolge took. And I don't think I have a choice but to go into bishop ending. Our pawns are on the right color. We've got an outside passed pawn. Well, there's nothing to do here. I mean, I can play knight f5 check, take, take. That's really the only chance, I guess. It's horrible, but I to play a couple more moves. Now, I want my pawn. Okay, we got some chance here. I want my pawn on white squares. I'm going to need to play g4. It's probably still a draw. So his rook takes h4. d6. Not sure if that's the right move there. So Bombas played king f6. I thought he would just capture. Either way, it looks pretty bad for me. Okay, now there's rook a7 check. Yeah, it's like perfect. He doesn't play bishop takes f5. That's winning, but it's not as good as this. He has a better move, of course. Knight f5. Maybe king d6 or something. No time for knight f5, right? It's hopeless. King d6. Everything's hopeless. No moves. Alright, Bombas wins, man. I got no moves here. That's lost. Good job. Bombas, I couldn't stop him. I need to put my pawn on b3 so no one can touch it. And now what? a6 saving his pawn, but I have a feeling that might not be the best move. I'm not making progress though. So easily here. Check rook g6, check king g6. No, but what if I play rook a5 and then start checking again? Is he making progress here? Kind of feels that way. g4 check. Wow. All right. That seems kind of inflexible, like they should have played it a different way. I mean, check. And then rook down. I ought to be able to hold this. Vityugab won again. I lost to Bombast. Guy played an unbelievable game, but the end game especially. The rest of the game was kind of semi-ordinary, but end game, I thought I was out of the woods, but in the end game he really played better. Okay. 2 games left, 3 games left. I thought I was winning against stupid names, but now I may be messing it up. And here I'm struggling for a draw. If it's not Clash Kid, it's Lord Jesus Christ in the rook ending. Yeah, okay. So here, but I thought maybe I have something here. What about rook c7 check? Does that do anything? Rook c7 check, king d8, king c6. I need to play king c6 anyway. This is sort of silliness. This is probably just a clear draw now. I wasted a tempo. I could have taken his pawn on a6 and I didn't. It's really, really bad. Okay, we still have some hope. Let's go for it. So, bishop ending. So, Can't really envision how I'm going to make progress here. Yeah, two pawns against one. I guess this is just a pipe dream. Having my pawns on the right color isn't enough. This is kind of a weird situation now. Bishop d6. Yeah. That's funny. No, I guess I'm not winning there. Just a fantasy. Oh, you have that move. Yeah, but realistically, it doesn't matter. It's a draw. Everything's a draw to play like g4. This is a draw. This may not be a draw. I don't know what's going on here. Maybe I stopped a rook on the... Maybe I stopped it on the wrong square. I'm not sure. I guess this is a draw too. I don't have another concept here. A couple of these are just clear draws. This was, I guess, always a draw. We lost to Bombast. We got a great donation from Koi TV, 10,000 bits. Now Dolge did a risky thing there. He played h4, but I guess it doesn't really matter. I guess it's not really risky. Seems like it would be simpler to exchange, but actually, if he takes, king takes, he doesn't have a... Yeah, it's still a draw probably. If he does takes en passant. We all know this endgame, hopefully. We had a couple of close calls. All right, thanks, Lord Jesus Christ. Good game. It was a pleasure. We've got only stupid names left and Dolge. I have this feeling like this is a draw. I didn't calculate it all the way out, but he might have lost the tempo somewhere. It's easy to get confused. King c5, king f4, king c4, king g4, king b3, rook takes h3, check. Oops. Yeah, that's what I was looking at. Okay, if f3, I'm just gonna go get it. Meanwhile, I have simply no way to make progress. Theoretically, could get the bishop in there somehow. There's the nasty bishop c5 in some positions, so I almost have to go here. This is like Dolge's third draw against me. He's unbeatable. Too much space with those pawns. Alright, man, good game. 11 draws, 12 wins, and 1 loss in this game. And now I have b4. And I have no idea what's going on. Some sort of triangulation. Wait, why would I play b4? Oh my god, I'm like an idiot. I could take here. This is the whole point. Okay. Alright, what's going on here? We have 2 connected pass pawns and a rook ending with really bad piece position. Your game is torment. It was torment for me. Yeah, Dolge a1 rook was hanging. That's obviously, yeah, a big part of what was going on. Maybe king g4. Where am I supposed to go? Probably the wrong square, but it doesn't really matter. He's not allowed to take any of my pawns. You're not allowed to do that, but winning this position looks kind of problematic. Let's see. Let's see if there's any way it can be done. He's got like maximum king and rook position. That'll be a pretty crazy result if it's 12 wins, 12 draws, and 1 loss. Dolge. This is crazy. It's actually, I didn't think it could go this long. It's 3.5 hours since the Simul. Okay, the Simul started a couple minutes late. 3 hours, 20 minutes. Like, we're at the maximum what I anticipated. You guys got your money's worth. Nobody else does 40-40 Simuls. I mean, it's a really long game, but it's good for your game. It's good to play, have enough time to think and play like a quality game. Oh, I think I just lost my mouse for a second there. What happened? How about a king and pawn ending? Building a bridge. But my instinct tells me that there may be a way to win this position. Because ultimately, I'll just run with my king up. Basically, the last several games, Only Stupid Names Left has played better and better against me. Extremely tough. Guys, tomorrow I have Blitz and Rapid Chess in the morning, 10 a.m. I'd like to thank everyone in advance. Soltigo, all of you guys who subscribe, especially Koi TV for the generous donation. He also made a donation via PayPal. You guys, I really appreciate it if anyone can afford to make a PayPal donation as well. It's a huge help. Here we're going, getting a little closer. If we can get connected, we're going to be winning. And I think if I can make a rook transfer with check and rook b4, we're also winning. My rook is in a kind of passive position. Okay, it's never easy with the A and, you know, the A and the B pawns. Now what do? I go like king d4, king d3. I think king d4. try to go with the king active. Rook pawn is a bad pawn, but I mean, if I can get his king cut off laterally, I mean, you know, it's going to be good for me anyway. Like, basically, it doesn't matter if I can cut him off, I should say vertically. I guess it depends on how you're looking at the board, obviously, but he's going to have problems here. Basically, I'm going to play rook b3 check, and it's winning for white. I mean, that's sort of overly simplified, maybe. Let's see. Yeah, I'm probably overly simplifying. Nowhere to hide my king. It may not be that easy. Tough position. Actually, I'm not sure. I didn't study this in practical endings, but curious. Good king. Turned out, is Jen Shahadi a better poker player? I only ever like played poker with Jen once in like a Poker Stars Sunday Million. We were on the same table for like 30 minutes or something, and Jen probably has more money than me. I don't know if she's a better player or not. Rook c8. I almost wore my Poker Stars shirt today. But I didn't want to do an advertisement for Poker Stars. A4 isn't going to get anywhere. Rook check, he's cut off, but my king doesn't have enough maneuvering room. What if I played rook f4? I don't think it's gonna work. Rook f6. Yeah, rook f6. I need to be Alexander Ivanov endgame technique here. Looks like I have to play rook f6. I could easily just totally boot this, but how many time is needed to become a solid poker player? Well, I mean, I'm sure that you can learn a lot. There's a lot of information available. You know, in a year you can probably become a competent, solid player. Rook f6. I spent like 6 years only playing poker, but it seemed like the trend died and it just wasn't as big a love to me as chess. So I'm not getting any younger. This is my last chance to do chess. Uh-oh. Well, I didn't really see another move for white in this position. But don't give any spoilers, Lochik, because it's only one game. I don't mind if you guys discuss it, but because only stupid names left can get help, you know, if anyone mentions specific moves and stuff. So when it's down to one game, I don't like to really give any help to the other player. Rook f6 is the position. I have 13 minutes. He has 5. So a4, and I don't know. I mean, how is he going to stop the pawn? I don't see how you stop it, you know. What other defense did he have? Rook b8, rook b6. That's even worse for him than taking the pawn on b2. Is it lost time? Do you like to spend that time on chess? Yeah, I mean, I have regrets, you know. I thought I was going to live forever, so I can just spend 6 years on poker and go back to chess or whatever, but it's not so simple. I came to learn. So a5, rook check, king a4 looks really nasty. When you have a rook pawn in the rook ending, usually it's a question of cutting the king off like laterally, but this vertical cutoff is much more devastating. But now I'm a little bit concerned. Okay, if king c3, I have rook c6 check. I have a very, very strong king here. Should I even play a6 first? And maybe I let him out, you know, let him out of the bag. Even this move might be a mistake. Hey, what's up, small Nefyadov people? You guys should be in bed by now. Anyway, hey, thanks for the support. Good to see you guys. You have holiday. Enjoy your holiday. He's cut off. A7. The a7. Queen versus rook. That'll be fun. We got to do that. Yeah, but it doesn't matter. A7 sort of overextends. I need to keep him cut off here. This is not a standard position for one of these rook pawn, rook endings. Did you buy eggs? You guys got some colored eggs going on? Alright, rook h6. Keeping him cut off on the 6th rank. I'm too tired to play this correctly. Obviously a7 falls a bit short. But if we just sneak up bit by bit, I don't see how he's saving himself. Kind of eking through the corner, you know, crossing over. There was a variation. I could have tried to play a7, a8 and like played queen versus rook. Has anybody here raised your hand if you try to play like rook against queen against the computer? Because that's one of those positions where actually it's kind of hard to learn the technique. I did it to myself. I blew it. King b5 was winning, but this is a draw. Oh my god. No, it shouldn't matter, right? It shouldn't matter. It shouldn't matter. Because even if I play king b5, he would play rook b1 check, and then king a5, king c5. So it's, wow, genius. Ingenious. Now it's a draw. How strong is this guy? 1570 in rapid chess. Wow, dude. Oh, man. Here. Well, I guess I missed my window of opportunity then. Here I have to play a7. There's your answer. a7 wins the game. It's still not that clear because a7 rook, he doesn't take my rook, he plays rook e1. And then king b5. And then rook b1 check, and then king a6. And then maybe that's winning. I had plus 47.8, now it's 0. He played the endgame here pretty well. This last stage, anyway. It's funny, like, I don't even have a way to try to think about playing for a win, do I? No. All right, let's take a look. So, apparently I was winning, but not at the end. Not at the end at all. Well, here was a7 winning. Damn. I didn't think it was that close. This is a draw now. Even rook c7 wins. But I have to play a7. I have to be able to win with queen against rook. And I didn't want to do that. I thought he also might have this move. But I didn't see I had this. Rook c3. So, you know, a7, the thing is, if you play against the computer, good luck winning this position. It's extremely difficult. Most human beings don't know the best defense for black. But if you find yourself playing like a high-level grandmaster or a computer, it can be very, very difficult. A lot of people dismiss this, say, oh no, this is easy. It's not that easy for the winning side to learn the technique, how to mate with queen against rook. I recommend everyone like spend some time studying this because it'll actually happen in a real game. I ended up drawing the game because I was lazy and I didn't want to have to play that. But apparently I have to. This is my only way to win. But I don't know, like, here, it's apparently a draw. Like a table-based draw. But he made some kind of blunder with this move, rook c1 check. At this point, he has to get maximum checking distance with like rook h1 or rook g1, it appears. When he played rook c1 check, he lost time and let my king get very active. But I also made a mistake here. Apparently, I'm supposed to play king b6. I mean, I think that most players would play king b5, you know, to help support the a-pawn advance, basically. So my move seems more logical, but, you know, normally you want your stuff to be kind of coordinated together. You know, this was the mistake that I guess Locic was pointing out, but I don't think that's very intuitive. You know, I don't know that all grandmasters are automatically going to find king b6 here. I think it's kind of a tough move. So after king b6, you know, I don't see like how it's that easy for me to make progress. That's a pretty subtle plan. I mean, with king b5, you know, it's very obvious. I'm threatening a4. You know, so this is much more intuitive. But he could have drawn by side checks. But I guess this is the next big blunder. Like, this loses, basically. And I had better than even rook f6. Rook f6 gives him side checks again. Apparently I can play rook f4, but that's, again, I never studied this exact position. This rook f4 is a tough move to find. Rook b8 check. I mean, it looks like you're not making progress. King a6. It's very strange. Obviously, like rook a8 check, king b7. And now he has to go away somewhere. And then I have rook b4 check. And then it's easy. But both sides made a lot of mistakes here in this ending. I mean, I guess technically this is a draw, but it's not so easy to do. Anyway, guys, back to the Simul. It's a crazy result: 12 wins, 12 draws, 1 loss. I don't think that most players would find king b6. I mean, maybe in a long game where you had half an hour, you know, left on the clock, which most modern Grandmaster games don't even have that, because endgames are kind of rushed. I think the quality of endgames is going down, but I'm not sure I would even find that if I had a lot of time to think, you know, honestly. It's a really, I think it's a specific endgame that you probably have to memorize. I mean, you're just not going to work that out over the board, especially if it's a fast time situation. So anyway, I lost to Bombas. This was the one game I lost. But it looks like I had a win. That's weird. I had a win here. Oh, he allowed a tactic with rook takes d3. Ouch. Man, that's pretty bad. He allowed a crushing tactic. Knight b5, rook takes d3. But anyway, he played really well. I think the ending was like equal. But I did something horrible. I let him have a protected passed pawn. So I played this, and then I got passive. And after this, it looks really bad. My original plan was to play knight f6, knight d5. So I played that, and then he played b5, and then I second-guessed myself and put my knight, what, on like e8, right? It's very passive. I think I'm in trouble anyway, but there may be some ways I could hold on with my original plan of putting the knight on d5. I don't know about this, though. Already I've kind of messed it up. It looks like around here, a5 is correct. He plays b4, I play ab, he plays ab. I have to play very precisely here. Very precisely, and weight is slightly better because a lot of my pawns are on the wrong color. You know, they're targeted by his bishop. This is not an easy endgame for black to hold. Magnus would definitely win against most people who aren't strong GMs. So anyway, guys, yeah, well, it was a very complicated endgame there. Free Helios. Very complicated. Anyway, congratulations to Bombist. Very interesting games today. Lots of draws. Draw record. 12 wins, 12 draws. This is the final result. That's insane, 12 draws. But I wasn't just handing out draws. I mean, they were really like equal positions when I agreed to draws. It wasn't like just offering draws because I was going to lose on time. Pretty much in like every game that was a draw, it was I couldn't make progress. So there was one game, Chess Blitz. He's on the blacklist now. Chess Blitz didn't even start the game. Oh man, he's in trouble. He's in trouble. All right, Chess Blitz. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for playing. It's late. It's been almost 4 hours. It's like a record stream. Thanks everyone. Raymond, thank you for the bits donation. Awesome, man. Anyway, especially thanks to Koi TV for the massive bits donation. It really helps to make it possible, guys. It's a 4-hour stream. It takes a lot of effort, and I super appreciate it. Free Helios, it's super late for me to analyze that game. I mean, I'm not going to analyze the whole game. I just went over the end game there briefly. No, Arno, okay. The Arno game, yeah. But that'll be the last thing. I mentioned this. Where is that? Where is that game? I can't find it. So, where is it? There it is. What happened? Oh, yeah, you were mating me, right? I don't want to know what the computer says about this. It must be ridiculous, like minus 150 for both sides. I thought the opening was very, very good for me. You basically lost the full tempo off of normal lines. You're playing f3 and f4 in 2 moves. It doesn't really make a lot of sense. Stockfish really likes it though. Holy guacamole. It says like plus 9.9 for white. I mean, it's weird. c6 is like main line. And he's playing f4. No one has ever played f4. And you play f4 and Stockfish like goes up to point, what is that, 0.8? I don't know, my Stockfish is acting really weird lately. I'm not sure I trust this. So it's claiming like a big advantage there for white. I think that it's my computer. Maybe the processors are overheating or something. This looks good for black. And so here, apparently I could have played knight h5. But obviously I'm concerned about bishop f3. I mean, I don't know what that's about, you know. So if knight h5, bishop f3, black has to do some crazy thing. Maybe you could play queen e8. Queen e8 and defend h5. Check out the analysis, 297, 292. This might be like the highest I've ever seen. I just sort of underestimated this. h5, he just checkmates me down the h file. e6. My Stockfish is out of its mind. Its evaluation is bouncing all over the place. 1 minute it's like +3, then it's negative. This move is, I didn't even understand what it does. It looks like it's just losing for white. I just take and then he doesn't take back. He plays knight g3. And this is the point where I got complacent, you know. I just totally dismissed white's play because he played this crazy move 2 moves ago, and I thought, okay, whatever, he doesn't know what he's doing. But he's starting, this is actually much scarier than it looks, and I thought that I could sack a piece back with something like knight f6. I'd have so much material, but by the time I started thinking about it, and this move also I underestimated. This is just a losing blunder. I have to sack a piece on f6 at this point. So apparently bishop e5 just loses. Rook e8 would free my king for the f8 square, free the f8 square for my king, and I can also sack a piece anytime you play f6. So probably this is just good for black. I mean, queen g4, and I'm ready to sack a piece if I have to, whenever it's necessary. I'm just going to sacrifice a knight, and I've already got plenty of material, you know. So objectively, like, it's not really good to play this, you know, bishop e3. You should do something else that doesn't sacrifice your queen side. But it was like, at that point I started dismissing white's threats. And f5, it's really much stronger than I thought. I don't know. This is just like speeding up white's mating attack with bishop g4, queen g4. And I thought, oh no, I'll be able to sacrifice a piece again on f6, but there's not enough time. This is a very bad move that wastes time. In fact, I should play rook e8 and free the escape square for my king somehow. You know, probably still I'm lost, but it's the best chance. Now it's just lost. And now I played rook e8, but it's a move too late. And then this should be enough for white. I didn't see bishop a6 at all. Apparently that move would save me. Here I just thought I was lost, to be honest with you. But the computer doesn't think so. It's surprising. But I totally didn't see the idea of bishop a6 at all. Not once. Not even for a moment. And then I blundered again with rook g7. This move I didn't see. So I take... I really thought I was lost here. But if you take away the possibility of bishop a6, apparently I'm still winning. All I could see was bishop h6 check, king f8, and then king e7, and f8 discovered checkmate. You know, I didn't see how I'm going to stop that. But the easiest way to stop that is capturing the bishop on e3, which totally eluded me. So that's what happens when you get kind of loopy. I can just take it, and then I'm just winning. So this is really like one of the worst tactical games I ever played. I made a lot of mistakes, but this is pretty bad. And then you play g7 check, and you have mate in 4. You have mate in 4 with bishop g5 check, which is insane. I didn't see anything like this. Guys, check this out. He had bishop g5 check. I mean, I'm just totally winning. I could take his bishop on e3, the last move. Just take. Or bishop a6 check followed by take. But I do this, and then he plays g7 check, and I could just play king g8, winning. But for some reason, I decided to run away. where you know, okay, yeah, I feel safe, and bishop g5 check. Knight takes g5, g8 queen, and that's the most insane part here. I can actually take his rook, but he's still mating me. Queen g7 check, king e8, and bishop g6. So that just goes to show, like, no matter what, you know, how lost you think you are. We finished up with 190 average center pawn loss for white and 168 for black. That's, I think, the highest I ever had in the game, honestly. I mean, that is crazy. Anyway, guys, that's what you get when you play the Pirtz defense. I'm out of here. We got to get out and get some rest. Tomorrow I'll be streaming 10 a.m. CET, Blitz, and Rapid Chess, or CEST, Central European Summertime. I will see you guys later. Thanks, Soltico. Thanks, everyone. Don't forget to check the videos on YouTube. I upload them there. Video chess training on YouTube. Thanks again to Koi TV for the donation, and to Raymond Carver as well. Thanks again to Koi TV for the donation on PayPal. You guys can do so as well to support the stream here on lichess and Twitch. Also on video chess training on YouTube. So anyway, I'm kind of loopy, guys. It was a 4-hour stream. I'm pretty tired. I'm going to get some rest, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Final score, 12 wins, 12 draws, and 1 loss. How did I have 12 draws? The draw master. Okay, guys, you're welcome. I'll see you later, and bye-bye.